United.
What is that about Manchester United? Go on, what happened?
I was going to say your link with what's his name?
Camavinga.
Yeah.
Okay.
Legitimately as well.
I refuse to believe my club is moving like a serious club, innit? I just refuse to believe it.
30 million euros as well, you know.
We're doing good business and trying to address problem areas. I just don't believe it, innit? Like, I refuse. I'm still like Varane, Camavinga, we're signing a deal. Like, what's the next thing we're going to fix the roof at Old Trafford? I just don't believe it, innit? I just can't, innit? I refuse to believe
it when you see it, man.
I believe it when I see it, innit?
Come on now.
I'm still 50-50 on the Sancho thing. I'm not going to lie. I've not seen him in the shirt yet. You know what I'm saying? It's all a mirage, innit? But yes, people, welcome to another edition of the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A on Sarcasm City TV, brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note, and I am joined by my two fellow co-hosts, Ryan and Yan City, here as well. It is a member special, so that's why you see Stephen S. Featley TV here. But the two guys you see below, Shazad, well, it's both Shazads, but the Shazad in the middle, I've known a long time. He's been supporting the channel from early. He started his own thing, so that's why he's on here as well. Large up everyone who's supporting the channel first and foremost, though, because we have gone over 3K subscribers. We are trying to sort out the live stream party. We'll actually, after this show, me, Ryan, and Yan City will be sorting out after this show. After this live, we'll sort out when the 3K party is. Big up the Twitch gang, though. Large up the Twitch gang. Make sure you follow on Twitch, Sarcasm City TV. The link is underneath in the description. And if you're watching on YouTube, whether you're watching it live or watching this back, get the likes up already. Let's get the likes up, people. Make sure you share it across all the socials and subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell as well, because we literally go live every day. There's an upcoming live stream section on the channel as well. Big up to everyone who locked into the Sarcasm City podcast just before this. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Myself, Lindrix, Monts, and Cam jumped on late. Obviously, Yan City was in the comments being a troll himself per usual. But here we are, people.
If you haven't
here
seen it, go watch it back because Flawless gets cooked. It's great.
Oh, I got cooked, people.
Great.
I got cooked. Like capital letters. Like I've cooked. Yeah, I had no, like me, I can normally come back and say shit back. I had nothing. I just had to take the beating in it, and no one came to defend me. And Yan City was just trolling, you know what I'm saying? But here we are. But yes, if you haven't seen the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A before, it's where you can ask any question about any sport. So past or present, ask us any question, any sport, and we will answer the question, people. And as you can see from the title, we'll start there. Is it actually coming home? So we're going to get a quick yes or no from everybody, and we'll start with Mr. Free Lines on his shirt over there. Stephen, is it coming home?
Of course it's coming home. Come on.
All right, okay. We'll go to Shazad. You know what I'm saying? Shazad, what are you telling me?
I don't know. I'm still 50-50 on it, but I'm hoping it is coming home.
Okay. Over Shazad, sorry. I'm going to differentiate between the two of you. And, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
I definitely think it's coming home. I think this is our time. This is our year. It's our best chance to do it.
Okay. Ryan, so we got 2.5 yeses. Ryan, what are you telling me? Is it coming home?
Yeah, it's done. It's finished. It's already home, in my opinion.
I said it's finished, you know. Man is there in the Union Jack short saying it's done. Let's go, Ryan. You know what I'm saying? Be out here.
It's home. It's home, bro. It's home. I'm already sorting out trophy parade plans, innit?
Yancy, what are you saying? Is it done? Is it coming home? Sorry.
I think Sterling might be bringing it home, you know.
So is it coming? Right. So we got like 5. Well, we got like.
Do you know what?
4.5 yeses going.
I have been saying consistently, as you know, throughout the whole competition, Italy.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think this is England's best chance. And in a final, if they get there, it's 90 minutes of football. Anyone can win a final. Like,
big up Bob, man.
You know what I mean? So it could be. I did say it wasn't coming home several times. But you know what? Raheem Sterling seems to be trying to bring it home, innit? So we'll see.
Why are you putting it all on Raheem Sterling? There are other players, you know.
There's other players, yeah, of course there is. But I don't care about them other players. Not interested. You know what I mean? But you know what,
Sir Harold up front, Sir Harold Edward Kane up front.
Definitely not him. If I was going to back another player, it'd be John Stones, Foden, Kyle Walker. There's other
Can you lot see the theme in that? What she just said there, people? Did you catch a theme? I caught some form of theme too.
I think Shaw's been brilliant as a left back. He's been quality.
Yeah, Shaw's been good. Maguire's been good since he came in. There's been a lot of players in England that have been good. I can't lie. I'm just saying Raheem because
I think the worst player's probably been Kyle Walker.
Right? The
I'd
worst
still
player.
replace Kyle Walker next game, to be fair.
With
Yeah,
who?
I think he's been the
Trippier,
worst
Reece
player.
James. Would you go Trippier or Reece James? Who?
I'd go Reece James, personally.
Okay. All right.
I prefer him to both of them. I think I don't. You know me. I don't rate Kyle Walker in it. So yeah, I thought he was the worst player for England yesterday.
This is big on the panel. Lauren saying, "Flawless, how can a trophy you haven't won being coming home?" That is a valid point. I'm just asking the question. Like I say, I ain't back in England. I'm just mediating. You know what I'm saying? I'm just mediating. Like I'm gauging it.
You know
like
what
people are saying.
You know
I'm
how
just
you said
gauging it.
about trophy parade?
Go on, talk
If
to me.
they win it, do they do a trophy parade? Because they do, but where do they do it?
Here's the thing, because England ain't won nothing in so long. This time they don't know what to do.
No.
They don't
in
know.
London in the cup.
It'll be around Wembley, probably.
Yeah,
People are gonna fight anyway.
You know what? That would actually be
They
sick.
might do it on. They might do it on the Welsh and Scottish border just to wind them up.
Yeah.
That'd be class.
I mean, at least if we beat Denmark in the semi-final, we'll show Wales what it takes.
Do you know what though? It's been so long. They should literally get a bus and drive all the way around England to let every city see it, because it's been that long, and it probably won't happen again in a while. Saying that, if they win this generation is quite young in it, so it could be that this same generation wins something else. Do you know what I mean?
You make a valid point now, actually, because if you look at some of the players we've got, I mean, Saka, that has been played quite regularly over even Jadon Sancho in a minute. He's been, he's only 20 years old. Foden, 20 odd years old.
Yeah.
Grealish is not that much older than them. A lot of that
Yeah,
team has
like
not even hit their
25,
peak yet.
Yeah.
I think only Harry Kane is at his peak. So you could be looking at next year a World Cup finals, and then another year or two of development, which could be, you imagine Foden after another City season.
So basically, what you're telling me, Stephen, Euros and World Cup back to back for this England side, yeah? Is that what you're saying? That's what it sounds like. Is that what you're telling me? That's what it sounds like. You planning the World Cup already, fam?
I'm planning it.
You plan? Let's go say it with your chest, then, innit? Let's go, Stephen.
Yeah,
no half-hearted shit out here. Let's go
with your chest.
Yeah, World Cup champions. Come on.
Let's go, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
They'll get the confidence from the Euros. They'll get the confidence.
There you go. Euro 2020 winners, World Cup 2022 winners.
Look, I can't rely on Arsenal to be champions of Europe, so I'm going to rely on you to do it.
Yeah, you can't even rely on Arsenal to get in Europe, so I understand that. Never mind winning. Yeah. I get it. I fully understand what you are saying. Jeremiah is here. Absolutely. Is this? I'm hoping this is a song. Otherwise, I'm worried. You said Southgate. You're the one you still take.
Is
Is it?
yesterday, innit?
I got worried for Jeremiah for a second.
Is it Girls Aloud, that song?
I have no idea. Oh, is that why they was singing it? They was on stage somewhere singing.
It's
Atomic Kitten, you know.
Southgate, you're the one. You still, I don't even know what it is.
You're the one. You still, yeah.
Yeah,
Sing in
Ryan
the chest,
was singing it on his Instagram.
Yeah, he was waved in his Union Jack socks. He was waved, fam. He was feeling himself.
I wasn't even in
Shirtless
Union
and
Jack
that.
socks.
He was defo. You defo.
I might have been
you know what I'm
shirtless at
saying?
one time, but yeah.
He was defo shirtless, fam. I
was. After the third goal, yeah, man.
You were shirtless, you know what I'm saying? Calling Harry Kane the greatest striker of all time, but we move. Nip in there says big on the panel also.
Harry Kane's the best striker of all time by Luis Suarez.
Dan Levitt here says big up is coming home if we face Spain in the final. And yeah, as well, people, if you are a member of the channel on the Q&A on the Q&A, your comment take priority like a super chat. So like on you lot, it's that I would the gate to bring it home. Okay, again. We'll see. Is it my back in? Yeah, you can hear me again. No, it's the mic in it. This laptop is trying to cook me as well in it, but we move and that. I want to get to something actually. Drizzy does here says typical English fans. So we're talking to you lot. They say it's coming home, and what happened? They always find a way to choke. We'll go to you, Shazad. What are you telling me? What's your thoughts on this? What Drizzy does is said.
They're not wrong, really. England usually choke in penalty shootouts. I don't know. This team looks really strong. They played really well, 5 clean sheets in 5 games. I don't know. It's still 50-50 on it, but I still think they've got a good chance of winning it. I don't think if they another tournament, they'll get an easier ride to the final.
Well, they got nothing to lose. And in my opinion, I think defensively we've been really good. I think it's the first time England or any team has kept a clean sheet 5 games in a row. I think Italy did it in 1990. But like Jan said at the start, that this team doesn't really have any baggage. So just go out and go all out. At the end of the day, we'll see what happens. But you can only beat who's in front of you at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's true. And that's what I was going to get into, which is mad that you say that at the end. Like, you can only beat who's put in front of you. And I give England props to that. I didn't expect them to get past Germany, but everybody else I expected them to deal with. And they were impressive. They did the way they dealt with Ukraine as well. They were impressive in that manner.
But that's the thing, because the way I see it is like, England to me, like I've said a few times, like they remind me of like Man City in Europe, where the teams that everyone's like, they won't beat this team, they beat, and then the team that you expect them to beat, they don't. And that happened with like Iceland, because no one thought that Iceland were going to knock England out last time. So it's just one of them things. But they handled Ukraine well, because to be honest, Ukraine shouldn't have been winning that game. Ukraine are not as good as England. So if they had won, it would have been a shocker. But at the same time, England didn't just win, they won comfortably. Yeah. So things like that go in their favour. The only problem that they might have is if they are unbeaten, you know, and they play well, will they win the whole thing unbeaten? Or, you know, because some teams might draw or lose, you know, earlier in the competition. So actually they drew, didn't they? They drew. So they might have got that out the way. But we'll have to see. I think Italy look very, very strong. So if it is Italy, England, it's going to be one of them. If Italy score first, I think England will struggle because they can defend really well.
Yeah.
If England score first, Italy have to come out a bit. So it could be first goal win, sort of, or the first team to score win, if that's the sort of situation. I think Spain, if it is Spain are one of them teams, like this competition, I've said it before, like they're not particularly playing well, but they win like 5-0. It's really strange. Like you watch them and you think, what are they doing? But then they'll win the game. It's just, I don't know, like Spain.
You know what it is? Because everyone's trash. Let's keep it real, innit? Yeah, I mean, all the top teams were dead and everyone else is average.
Like, I like Spain, don't get me wrong. Like
everyone's just trashing that. That's what it is. Like watching this tournament made me realize that. Like, let's keep it real, innit? All the top teams played terrible. You know what I'm saying? In terms of France, Germany, Portugal. And now we're here talking about England, Denmark semi-final. Who's in the other semi-final? Italy, and Italy, Spain. Like I just watched this as a neutral, and I'm like, this is not what this is what I want the TV companies watched. Go on.
That Switzerland penalty shootout was probably like one of the worst penalty shootouts I've seen between.
Oh, against Spain. Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
One of them. I mean, the one against France, I think it was 5 perfect penalties by Switzerland.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, they couldn't even score one.
Yeah, it was awful at that level. But obviously, pressure gets to you, and you're on the national stand. You know, if you miss,
but you think they'd be under more pressure against France.
No, I think they're under less. They're under less against France.
Yeah, true.
They're under less against Spain because they're not expected to beat Spain. But the fact they got France to a penalty shootout is credit to Switzerland and the manner in which they did it as well. Being 3-1 down with, I think it was, 10 minutes to go or 15 minutes to go, and then to bring that back. The mentality. And Drizzy he's slapping down money to tell Ryan he's talking ish. He says, you guys should pipe down with this nonsense. It's coming home. History will repeat itself again. England will choke.
Not even England in that comment.
Overhyped country. I deciphered it. If I ask Drizzy who he's talking to specifically, is you and Steven. You said it's coming home. It's already done. See, that's why everyone's laughing. Tell me I'm lying. Steven's over there in his England shirt. You know what I'm saying? You got your Union Jack shorts on. Like, you man are ready. You told me it's coming home already. You said it's here.
To be honest, Drizzy does have a point though, because every time England are in a competition, they're gonna win it. It's coming home, and it's kind of like in my lifetime, apart from the odd like semi-final. Like it hasn't been anywhere near coming home. I think this is the best chance they're gonna get that I've seen in my life, based off who's left in the competition. But yeah, it is one of them where people were saying it was coming home from before a ball had been kicked, which I thought was a bit wild at the time, because you had people that you would expect to have won the competition. A lot of people said France. But before a ball was kicked, you would expect France to do better. You'd expect Germany to do better. You'd expect Portugal to do better. So I think that's what gets people, because I don't claim to be an England fan, and like I kind of support the City players. But
yeah, you got your own agenda. I respect it because you own it.
Yeah. I'm not really a massive England fan like that.
At least you admit it.
Yeah. I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, I love England. Like, don't get me wrong. If they win it, it's great because it means that 4 City players win it. So it's good. And the country will be good if England win it. Do you know what I mean? It's not like I don't.
It'd be a vibes thing.
Yeah,
like, that's one thing about if the country wins, it'll be a vibes.
It's just I wouldn't claim to be an England fan, if that makes sense.
You don't. You like me. You don't particularly care.
I want them to do well, but I'm not. I wouldn't claim to be a fan. I've been to an England game last year, but it was a bit random. Like I was just there, like when all the like United Spurs players scored. I was like, there's no City players that were even on the pitch. I think Sterling was on the bench. It was just like, why am I here? And Harry Kane scored about 4 goals, and I was just like, oh Lord. It was a bit mad still, but
like he does Harry Kane.
I knew this guy was going. I was waiting for this guy to pipe up.
Yeah, he's Harry Kane's biggest fan till Harry Kane signs for City, and then he'll be going, he's overrated.
Yeah, of course. That's it.
Yeah, I've been saying to you all, being against Harry Kane. I've been the one who's saying, why would you not want Harry Kane?
Nah, that's the switch, 100%. I rate Harry Kane as soon as he moves to City. He's just a poor man's Danny Ings. You know what I'm saying? Just a poor man's Danny Ings. You get me? As soon as he goes to you, lot. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
no, but Jan says she'd rather have Gabby than Harry Kane. That's how much of a Kane agenda she's got.
That's what it is. But Shazad, what's your thoughts on what Drizzy does has said here on the super chat? He said a lot still, even though he's talking to Ryan. But yeah,
he's got a good point. England do usually chalk, and I'm expecting at any time in the semi-final or final, England could chalk, and I wouldn't be surprised either. It happens. They remind me a lot of Man United in that way. Like United chalked against Villarreal. I'm still not over it either.
Yeah, we both struggling, fam. You don't need to bring back the memories and that. We struggling, man. Like, struggling, please. Don't worry about it, darling. Nothing happened that you need to hear about. Go on, Shazad, carry on.
Yeah, well, I did. Can you?
England are the most overhyped country. I'm not too sure if they're overhyped. They are a good team. The team that they've got is a solid team, but I don't think Southgate's playing the right players. I think Sancho needs to be playing more. Grealish needs to play more. Probably get more of a solid team if those 2 players played more.
No, I hear you. Shazad, what you take? Obviously, Shazad, what you're saying to this?
No, I think he's got a valid point. I mean, really, England will end up beating themselves unless they play with confidence. I think Denmark are there to be beaten, but it just depends how they approach this game. Like I said, this is their best chance to get to the final. I mean, it depends on who turns up, whether it's Italy or Spain, but the main priority is to get past Denmark, and they are a good side because they played well. So it's just down to whether they have the confidence to go and get the job done on Wednesday.
Well, and what I hear what you're saying, everything you're saying, and what Shazad said initially about England and the choke. That's why I don't think it's coming home in that. Like, I just can see England losing, whether it's the semi-final or the final. Like, I've said this before and I say this again. I don't think there's been a more universal manager who's been more universally disliked than Southgate. So for him to have this type of successful, like, it's like all a reality type of thing. Because this guy, I rarely see people who are like, Ollie in, Ollie out is pretty 50-50. I'd say more 60-40 after the final. But in terms of like Southgate out, it's like 90% of the country. Like, I read, apart from Jeremiah in the comments, I see nobody else defending this guy. He's the only guy I know on social media or I know in my real life who rates this guy. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, nobody seems to give him any ratings. So for him to then go and win an international tournament after getting to the semi-finals in the World Cup, we have to put respect on his name. But people don't rate him that much that they've said even if they win the Euros, it's still not a big up Southgate thing. The players just did it. But hey, what are you saying, man? What's your thoughts on it on England? Do you think it's coming home? What are you saying?
So I did one earlier today on the pod, and a friend says it's coming Rome, and that's what I think. I think it's coming Rome. It's not coming home. I think the Italians are going to win.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah, it's coming. I think the Italians are going to win it. Although I'm probably the second person apart from Jeremiah. I rate Southgate. I really do.
Oh, you rate Southgate? Okay, you're the second one.
I do because I say this because tournament football is all about the hand. You have to deal with the hands you're dealt with. Right? It's not like club football where you can say, "Oh, I don't want this player. Cool. I don't want Salah." Like Ryan doesn't want Salah. I don't want Salah. Let me get like coaches have to deal with the hands they are dealt with. You know, that's how it works. And Southgate has done a pretty good job in understanding that tournament football it's all about getting to the next round and getting to the next round and getting to the next round. And the most important thing he has done is defensive solidity. I think people are underrating how much COVID fatigue on players and expect people are going to come to tournaments and play expansive football when all these players are knackered. That's not going to happen. Like it's all the things that you have to be very pragmatic, and that's what he's done. The only time I criticized him was the game against Scotland, but he has progressively understood that I am going to apply what I think Benitez used to use this term a lot, the short blanket principle, right. Meaning, you know, either I cover my feet or I cover my head. And the principle behind the short blanket is you're a coach, you look at your team. Yeah, no,
wait, you said that?
Let me explain.
Yeah, go on. Sorry, it just started funny from the start. Yeah. I'm gonna let you man.
Yeah, Rafa used to say that a lot. Short blanket principle. And the principle behind it is very simple. Is I'm going to decide what part of my body to cover. If I cover my head, my leg is cold. And the principle is which part of my team is weak. England, everybody that dog knows that the defense is the weak part, right? Stones and Maguire are very slow center backs. So he has to protect that. And that's what he's doing. He knows that he has so much talent going forward.
Hey,
hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey,
Premier League winner. Right there.
Okay, we know.
What about
the
Man City?
Hey,
yeah, sorry, go on there, carry on.
He's protecting defense because he knows the forward players. He has so much talent that if he puts them in the right position, they will figure it out. So he's going to protect his defense. Because in tournament football, no matter how great your players are, i.e. France, we saw that in France, if you do not protect your weaknesses, you get exposed and you get knocked out. It just takes 20 minutes of concentration lapse and you're out. He knows that. Yeah. And he's playing the cards he's dealt very, very well. And he's gotten to 2 semi-finals now of 2 major tournaments. England has never done that. He's gotten to so, and that is not a mistake. He's not considered a goal whole tournament. Even the Italians have considered a goal. People always say like, oh, the people or the teams he's met are weak. We saw how Croatia almost destroyed Spain. The same Croatia that they played. We saw Germany destroy Portugal. Germany couldn't do anything against them. It's so like I feel like a lot of people try to transfer club football thought process to tournament to international football. Like 2 different things. 2 different. You have to understand that it's 2 different processes, 2 different things. Southgate is a very good international manager. Everyone that is not seeing what he's doing is just being, I think, unfair, slightly unfair. He's a very, very good international manager, and that's my opinion. But I don't think they win it because I feel like the Italians look more organized, slightly more organized, just slightly. It's slightly more organized than the English in how they are moving as a system. You know, that is the one team that you look at and you can say, Mancini is drilling that team almost like he's a club team, right? He has a clear system on how everybody moves, in how they transition from defense to attack, each person's role, Jorginho, Verratti, Barella, how they move the ball from back to front, Spinazzola. I know he's injured now, but like there's a reason why he's playing him there. He's right-footed. When he goes inside, Insigne can go outside. Like you can see that the way their patterns of play are very, very structured. And that's why
they're very well coached. Yeah, they are very well coached. And bits and bobs. I mean, with Italy, you can only be with you. Go on, Ryan. Is he froze?
With Italy, certain midfielders were making it quite easy for them, to be fair.
With who? What was that? Who you
certain Belgian midfielders were making it very easy.
This guy, we're not doing this. This is not what we do. Diane, please don't.
I'm just saying.
Please, but let me get to this. Let me get to the super chat anyway. In it, England, big up Drizzy. There's you're breaking up, fam. Jump out and jump back in. You're breaking up. You're moving slow in it.
De Bruyne,
the connection. England better win the tournament, otherwise I'm gonna have a field day on Twitter. They might have to suspend me on Twitter. Denmark, we got this. So Drizzy Des is not having it whatsoever in that. Whether England win or they lose, in Twitter's gonna be entertaining because you either see funny shit when they win and you see outlandish shit, or if they lose, you're gonna see Southgate getting blamed and whoever's at fault. You know what I'm saying? Whoever gets, someone will get blamed. They'll blame a player.
100% Southgate's gonna get blamed for it.
Oh yeah, Southgate 100%.
If they win, it's gonna be the players that did it.
Yeah, and I think
that's
that
the way
is
the fans are.
Yeah, and I think that is a tad harsh on him, even though I don't rate.
No, I think he's done all right. I agree.
Yeah. Even though I don't rate him, I think it's harsh. He's got you to 2 semi-finals in it, so it's kind of like, yes, the draws have been favorable, but he's done what he's supposed to do. Do I think he's the guy going forward? No. Do I think England will win it? No. Something in I just can't see England doing it with Southgate at the helm. If they had like a top operator, then I go, yeah. With Southgate, the players, we hear all the time about the history of Tottenham. This is the history of England. You know what I'm saying? They were supposed to reach the World Cup finals, and look what happened there. So, yeah, it's one of them. You know what I'm saying? What's your thoughts on this, Stephen? What are you telling me?
I mean, for me, I was probably one of the critics of Southgate. I was Southgate out before the tournament started. I just didn't think the way we were playing was going to do us well in the tournament, especially like drawing against Scotland as well. The way we played in that game as well was not great. But what I give now credit for is, if you watch the Germany game a lot closer, is that we're going to be nervous in the first 10 minutes against Germany, we always are. But the way he managed the game from each stage was well managed and perfectly managed in every sense of the word. And what he came out after the win, everyone's buzzing after the win. Let's get me wrong, we beat the old enemy of Germany, but everyone literally, the first thing he was saying is that this means nothing if we don't beat Ukraine. If we don't beat Denmark, this means nothing. We need to win the next game. His mentality at the minute and the way he's treating the players and being that mentality of your job's not finished yet until you've won the next game and the next game and the game after that is what I think is different about this side, is that each game is being treated with the same respect as any other. So, I mean, you can have a look at Denmark, and people can have a go at Denmark as much as you want, but don't forget, 92, I bet most of that team in 92 of Denmark, they didn't rate that team to win the Euros.
True.
And yet they went on and won it. So they've played their part to get to the semi-final.
Sorry,
so
it's very debatable saying. Well, go on, Stephen, carry on. Sorry. But
I will say Southgate will be putting them in the right mindset of how to approach each game, and each game will have their own little difficulties to overcome, and I do think he'll overcome them and play the. I'm not criticising any lineup he's picking now, right? Because every lineup he's picked, I've criticised, and it's been the right lineup for me. So I'm not going to criticise it anymore and just let him go with it. But
so you're saying you've done a full U-turn, yeah? You got Southgate in now. Is that what you're telling me?
If he gets to a final, I'm Southgate in. That's all I said.
If he gets to a final, so it's all on. So even if he loses the final, you're like, all right, Southgate 2022 is coming on.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't win against Mancini, man.
Yeah, because Mancini and in a one-off game against Italy, Italy.
Say we could get a Spain-Denmark final, you know.
But even Spain, it's one.
Calm down, fellas, isn't it?
You telling me that's out of the realms of possibility? So you telling me we can't get a Spain?
Spain have been scraping through every round. It could happen.
Spain are shit, bro. Because they're not even playing their best midfielder.
I'm even saying Spain are good. I'm just saying it's not out of the realms of a possibility. Yeah, you can't get in the team exactly. He's washed.
Because they're winning without him. If he's washed.
They'd probably start losing.
They drew last game. They didn't even win. They drew.
They went through.
10-man Switzerland, you know.
They went through, man. That's what I'm saying. They went through.
Even Rodriguez.
Tactically,
Yeah,
they'll
he's-
get
I know,
found out
man,
by-
like Roderick, miss a penalty in the shootout, innit? Man, like
To
Roderick
be
gets
fair, though,
through.
Rodri does more for Spain. Like, Rodri's been key for Spain recently. So.
When do you ever watch Spain?
Wait. Nah,
Say
Jan,
that.
put respect, man. Thiago's been doing stuff from the bench, man, for keeping them water balls topped up. Put
True,
respect
yeah.
on his name, man. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
been
And it's hot over there. Been shouting and that on the passion.
To be honest, though,
Keeping those water bottles topped up. Yeah. Sky, innit? Sky, man. Sky, innit?
Sorry, man. Sorry.
to be,
Oh,
It's
Jesus.
alright, bro. It's alright.
Oh.
She can't accept certain overrated Belgian midfielders losing the ball more times than they complete.
He starts every single game for Belgium. Your boy can't even get on
For
the
him,
pitch.
innit? Where's it got him? Zero international trophies.
Can I get to this comment, please?
Can't
Big
even
up to
get
Vibes
top title.
Merchants, who says, I don't care. This is the most underrated channel on YouTube. Appreciate it, man. Love to everyone who's locked, man. Big up to everyone. Here's a question from Ron. This is a goodie. He said, who is your player of the tournament so far? For me, it's Spinazzola, Jorginho, and outside shout Pogba, he's saying. We'll go to you. Go on, Stephen. You go. So give us your two and then your honorable mention. Use your two and honorable mention.
Spinazzola.
Oh, it can be one.
One of them.
Okay, Spinazzola
for me, and that's why I think that could be one weakness in Italy in the final that Southgate will exploit and look at. Because Spinazzola's been key for Italy down that left-hand side, and it could be the very chink in their arsenal that could undo them. But I think also Mancini, I think will tactically find a way past Spain. To be honest, and in a one-off game, this is why I said if Southgate gets to a final, I'm Southgate in, because in a one-off game against Mancini, anything can happen. You could get it right, you could get it wrong. So it's but yeah, Spinazzola for me. If not him, then do you know what, Sterling actually.
That's a shout, actually.
I don't think Sterling deserves. Do you think? But I think his overall performances have been poor still.
Take your glasses off, seriously.
I'm not hating. His performances have been poor.
You are
Everyone
hating.
step back. Let this go. Hey, Ayo, Shazad, get your popcorn, yeah? Just let this go for a minute.
Man scored a few tap-ins. Everyone's in it. His overall performances have been poor, innit?
All the goals
let it go.
through the group. So show some respect.
Man scored 2 goals in the group. All the goals in the group. Man scored 2 in it.
So who else scored in the group? Harry Kane got 1 in the knockout round against Germany, and that was the
Harry
first
Kane's already level on goals with him now. Harry Kane's already level on goals.
Yeah.
Harry Kane's been better than Sterling.
Hey, Stephen, let go.
Oh my God. I'm done. There's no point in having this discussion anymore. He said Harry Kane's been just as good as Sterling. Okay.
Nah, he's better than Sterling.
Okay, he's been better than Sterling, even though he turned up 4 games.
Man like Sir Harold Edward Kane.
But it is what it is, isn't it? Let's move on, because clearly we're not getting
So you said, so Stephen, sorry. Yeah, go on. Feel free.
Ian, if Harry Kane...
I love this comment still.
If Harry Kane and Grealish signed for Man City...
Did Sterling not put it on a plate for Harry Kane in the last game? Seriously.
I'm just asking.
Yo, one sec. Yo, Stephen,
Yo,
Stephen, your connection's moving dodgy. Jump out and jump back in. Your connection's moving hella dodgy.
Is it?
Jump out and jump back in. Yeah. Your connection's moving dodgy.
Yes.
And move on. Oh yeah, I don't know where the question was, but we'll get to it anyway. Players of the tournament, we'll go with you. Yeah, Ayo, who's been your players of the tournament? So like 2 players and then I don't know, honorable mention. Or there might be more. There might be more than those 3, or there might be less.
Okay. I'll start honorable mention, and it pains me because if France had stayed longer, personally, he's been far head and shoulders. Like regardless of the Man United bias, I try to be very, very, very objective. So yeah, Pogba, honorable mention. It sucks, in my opinion. If they had gone further, they would have been player of the tournament easily. The passing we've seen from him this tournament has been incredible, very incredible. Next person, Spinazzola, for sure. Up on his injury, that guy has been incredible playing at. He's playing like he's supposed to be a fullback because they don't really play back 3, right? But he's playing like a fullback, a wing back, coming into the field, doing like the Cancelo road thing, in a way for Italy. He's been incredible. Spinazzola is the next person. I think the last person is probably this tournament has been a tournament of fullbacks / wing backs in a way, right? Shaw, I think his name is Malay, the guy from Denmark, that made that pass outside of the foot pass to Dolberg. I think he made to Dolberg. That guy's been incredible too. I've been watching him closely for Denmark. He's also like a left back or wing back that is right footed, inverted left back. So for me, the Malay, Spinazzola, Pogba. Yeah, okay, maybe I think for England, I think Sterling has been good. I think he's the only one that's been good consistently from the group stages. I think he has been good. Okay.
I hear that. Shazad, what are you saying? Like players have stood out, like two players and then like an honourable mention. Or you might have more, you might have less.
I'd probably say Luke Shaw. He's created the most chances in the tournament for any team. Others probably Pogba. I agree with Pogba. He played well whilst they were in the tournament. I think that's it. I can't think of anyone else off the top of my head.
Yeah, it's not been blessed like that. Same to you, Shazad, as well. Anyone who's like two players, and then anyone honourable mentions, anyone you want to mention.
So I'd have to agree with what everyone else has said about Pogba. I think he was the standout player before they got knocked out. His goal was fantastic. It was a shame that they got knocked out. From England's perspective, I say Sterling's played well. He's had a good tournament so far. And then defending wise, I have to give it to Luke Shaw. Loving his crosses, loving the fact that he's hitting back at Mourinho and proving him wrong.
Yeah, that's true. I hear that too. Ryan, what are you telling me?
I've been really impressed with Spin. Yeah, I've been impressed with Spinazzola when I've watched him. Even though we played him less because he got knocked out in round of 16, I would actually say Pogba because I think he's been really in that Switzerland game. He was the best player by a mile. Portugal, he played very well. First game, I think, was Germany, and he made that pass for that goal as well. He's made an impact in most games that he played, and so I'd say him and Spinazzola for me.
Okay. And Shazad, yeah, I just seen it. I know you got to jump off shortly. Let the people know where they can find you. Plug all your social, your channel and everything like that. Plug all of that stuff.
Nice one, man. So channel's Finished Article on YouTube. You can get us on Twitter and on Facebook following... Finished Article without the E and then the number 2 on Twitter. I just searched the Finished Article on Facebook.
Okay, is it in your app? One sec. If I put that up solo, did you tag it in your name on there?
No, it's not tagged in the name, I don't think. But
is it like that?
At Finished Article, it should come up with that.
I finished the article, people. I even know you was on Twitter. You should have told me. You know me? I would have already been retweeting All right, I'm gonna do that. So yeah, make sure you follow. I finished the article in it. Make sure you follow that. And like I said, the reason why Shazad's on here because he's been supporting the channel from like way back. I'm talking before live streams, before we was even doing visuals, like when we was doing audios and stuff. And it was just one show on the channel like that far back. Like that's how long he's been supporting. But yeah, man, big up for jumping on, man. Much appreciated.
Nice one, I appreciate you having us, man.
Yeah, man, anytime, man. Bless up, man. Yeah, man, big up. Yeah, man. Bless up, yeah. Bless up to you, man. Yeah. Oh, these men plugged it. Yeah, you don't make sure you go sub to the channel as well, man. Make sure you sub to the channel. Ryan, over to you. Hear me? Who stood out for you? You know what I'm saying? In the tournament stuff. Did I ask you?
I already answered, didn't I?
Oh, I didn't. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. Yannicka City, are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Players that have stood out for you in the tournament. So like 2 stood out and then like an honorable mention.
Holland.
Don't hate. Sterling, obviously.
What? Holland.
It's ridiculous that people aren't saying Sterling. If we're talking England.
No, this is the whole tournament. So this is not just England. This is a game.
No, I know. I'm just saying in general. I think Spinazzola's the obvious one, to be honest. It's been really, really good. Just trying to think. I don't know, it's been a bit of a weird Euros because it's like some people have been good in some games and then other games not so good. So it's quite hard.
You know who I actually think's been the most consistent England player, and this is going to burn me to say this honestly. Jordan Pickford.
That's a shout.
Pickford has been solid. He's not had much
No
to do,
goals
but what he's had to
conceded,
do
made
is
some
done
very
well.
good saves in that time. Distribution's been fine,
Well,
nothing wrong. I think, and he
yeah,
had
just the one
doubters
where
as
he
well,
came out in it.
remember? He's
Yeah,
had a
I'm
lot
one
of
of them.
doubters
You know what I'm
and
saying?
to him, so I
I'm
think
still waiting for
he deserves a shout.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for his mistake. You know what I'm saying? It's on cue. It's
But
coming.
so far, he deserves a shout.
So far,
I think
yeah,
he's been
he
England's
definitely gets
best
a shout.
player.
It's done all right.
He gets
But
a
Jan
shout.
Sommer's been good in terms of goalkeeper as well. I know he obviously went out in the
Yeah,
end,
I like
but
him
he
still.
was good. He was a good keeper
You see
in the
hints of it.
tournament.
The thing is, you see hints of mistakes, like the Ukraine game, that clearance that he miskicked. You see hints of that, but at the same time, he does like some of the saves he pulls off. He's magnificent saves. I mean, against Germany,
I think that's a bit
1-1
unfair though,
save.
because this is the 5th game, and literally that was one thing in like the first 4. I can't remember him doing anything wrong in the first 4, and he did one thing when we were 4-0 up. So like, I
I
understand
think that's the only
that.
thing he's done. It's just that one
Yeah,
thing.
I
That's
agree.
literally
Yeah.
it.
And it was in the
There
5th
is
game
one,
when we
and then there
4-0
was
up
one-
already.
I think there was one, and then there was one in another game. I can't remember which one. That it went straight to the opposition and it put us under pressure. I don't know whether it was the Germany game. I'm not sure, but
Yeah,
apart from that, I don't think anything else was.
he's been solid. Yeah, in fact.
But
The save he made
I'm not
from-
saying he's been solid though.
Yeah, was it a Havertz strike from the edge of the box?
Yeah,
That
there
was
was the
kinda shy,
Havertz. He
but it was-
saved one
that
a
was
1-on-one from
unbelievable.
Werner. I remember him in the Scotland
you
game.
don't get points for saving
Werner-
from Turbo
yeah.
Timo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't. Yeah,
I'm
you
saying,
can't
come on
But
now.
even in
You know what I'm saying?
the Scotland
good
game,
save.
there were 1 or 2 important saves as well.
He's
I'm
been
sorry,
good.
I think he's been very, very good.
When you
Yeah.
go 1-on-1 with Timo Werner, it's like me. It's like when you put like me trying to put past one Pickford. It's not gonna work.
I like Turbo
Facts.
Timo and that. You know what I'm saying? In terms of me, who just stood out? I'm trying to think. Because there's been more to me in this tournament. It's been more team performances than individuals
Yeah.
who have been outstanding. So like we talk about England, how they've been solid, but no one's like, I don't look at the England team and go, no one stood out. Sterling has been their best player though. Like, let's not get him mistaken. So me,
Do you think he's been the best?
He's been
Yeah.
the best player
I agree with it.
because he's been the most important. So you have to be the best because you're the only one.
I don't think he's been the best though.
You're the only guy who scored in the group stages. So England don't get out of the group without
Yeah.
his goals. He scored the first goal against Germany, if I stand correctly, if I'm corrected, and he
Easy
was
tackle.
involved in. And he was in, but you still got to be there to be in a position, innit? If everyone could score, it'd be
I
different.
think
you know
that
what
goal,
I'm
Harry
saying?
Kane would have
He
probably
created-
tapped it
I think
behind.
Yeah,
created
but
both.
Timo
Yeah, but
Werner
Harry
can't
Kane
score
missed
tappings.
Harry
Yeah.
Kane missed the sitter.
He missed the
It's
set.
And then
Yes.
went
Like-
and scored twice in the last
It's not
game.
Kane.
Yeah,
Kane's
that's
been-
against Ukraine. He's talking about the group stage where
Yeah,
Harry
I'm talking about the group stage. So in the
present.
group stages, he wasn't good for the first 3 games. Is that all on Harry Kane? No, because I've said this before. If you look at the
That guy
attacking
wasn't even
options,
getting the ball.
Do you know what?
if you
I
talk
do
about
want-
if you talk about the attacking options England have, none of them have looked exceptional, and they're great attacking players to have. But Sterling is the only guy who scored, so therefore he's the most important player. I don't see how that can be anything else. He's been the most important. He scored the majority of the goals he scored.
All
The
his
2 goals in
have
the
been
group
put on
games.
the plate for him though.
Yeah,
He's
so
also
it's still
he's also created some of the goals as well.
yeah. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like he's been involved. He's only maybe
Do you know what?
the Maguire 1 second, and the Maguire goal from the short corner and another
Yeah.
goal he hasn't been
From
involved in.
Henderson.
He was involved in, so he's been involved in all but 2 of the goals they've scored in the whole competition. Like that's what it is.
They
Like
were
you have
set
to credit.
pieces as well. It's not
Yeah,
even
like
like
you have so he's been involved in all the open play goals they've scored. Literally. Someone correct me if I'm wrong because I can't
Do you know
remember
what
exactly. I might
though?
have missed one.
This is the thing because it's like that last game he didn't score, but I think that was his best game against Ukraine.
Yes, he was very good.
Everywhere he was,
Yes.
he was helping out defensively.
No, you forget the
Even the
pass though that he
City fans
played.
saying it though. Even the City fans saying it.
One sec.
Yeah, I
You're
don't think
forgetting the
he's
pass he
lazy. I
played
think it's
into.
hard to say he's lazy,
Yeah.
but I agree with everything else. I think it's hard to say he's lazy.
But
But I agree with
wait,
everything
wait,
else,
hold
though.
up. Why the easy tappings not matter? The goals is goals.
Not
in
even
that.
Charles Sterling.
wait, hold
so
on,
why are you
because
listening to him?
we were just bantering Timo Werner. He can't score easy tappings in that. And to get yourself in those positions,
And you can't.
that is the tough thing to do.
Yeah.
To be in the
Yeah.
right position, because if it was that easy, everybody would do it. We'd all be playing football, scoring
Yeah,
easy tappings.
exactly.
I think his overall performances have been poor, though. I think.
They
I think
haven't.
they've been. I don't think they've been poor. I don't
I
think
think
they've
they've
been great.
been poor. I think
So
in the
what's
group
been Harry?
stage,
So what's been Harry
he's been
Kane then?
poor.
Well, you're rated, but wait, you're
Harry
rating
Kane's
Harry
been
Kane.
awful in every game apart from the last 2.
Yes.
1.5.
Yeah.
He's had 1 good game out of
Where's,
5.
where's I mean,
Exactly.
compare it to Kane. Where's Kane been apart from 2 games?
He turned up 85 minutes.
Kane didn't even get the ball.
He wasn't even good against Germany. Let's keep it real. If we're talking overall performance, you know what I'm saying? And Sterling does not get bare of the ball either.
He's having to go to the halfway line just to get the ball.
But that's on him, though. You know what I'm saying?
But it should be
and part of the team.
striker, though. It should be the guys like Sterling getting the ball to him.
Someone gave it him on a plate and he missed.
Yeah, he did.
Later in the game.
So
his fingers as well.
Not that he's not received any service. He just didn't receive it when he got it.
And why is that solely on Sterling to provide him in that when you have Mount playing in a 10, you have Foden playing?
Yeah, I'm not saying it's just him, but if the rest of the team ain't getting him the ball,
he's not played well.
Harry Kane to do?
I agree with that to an extent, but he's not played well. There's no way in this tournament Kane has been better than Sterling.
I'm not saying he's played well, but I don't think Sterling's been any better than him.
He's definitely been better because he's been scoring goals. He's been scoring goals that automatically assumes
4 out of 5 games. I'd argue that it's 5 out of 5 if we're being honest.
I would say it's 5 out of 5. I would say it's. I don't even think that's.
What,
close.
You think Sterling was better than Kane yesterday?
Yeah,
Yes.
Sterling was one of the best players on the pitch.
Yes.
Still.
You played the pass through. You talking about getting up and show me a pass what Kane played in that game that was better than
Man
that.
scored twice and should have got a hat. Nah, Kane was quality yesterday.
Yeah, but you've just said that Sterling, it's not
His overall game
goals.
Yeah.
And then now you're saying, well, Harry Kane.
I didn't think Sterling did anything. I didn't think Sterling.
So that assist wasn't
Harry
quality.
Kane is a striker. He is there solely to score goals. That's what Harry striker.
Hold up. But that assist wasn't.
That's what a striker is.
That assist wasn't banging. That assist was banging.
It was a decent assist still.
Wait. Hold up. Decent assist. That's a banging assist. Decent assist. You got Sterling agenda, man. Decent assist.
You've got
Thiago play that pass.
I ain't got no
That's
Sterling
ridiculous.
agenda.
You have
A decent pass. Hold up. A decent pass. So what's a great pass then if that's a decent pass? You were gassing up Messi's pass.
Great pass is Paul Pogba
Ecuador.
carrying Benzema against Portugal.
That's a decent pass. You were gassing up Messi's pass. Was Messi's pass better yesterday?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
It's not.
It was.
No, it wasn't.
It
wasn't. Passing it 10 yards along the box.
No, just the vision.
There.
That's a hard
vision.
pass still.
That's the only option he had on. I could have made that pass. That's a simple pass. Sterling's play. Who scored the first goal for England? Kane, innit? Yeah. If he overhits that, the keeper gets it. If he underhits it, it doesn't go into his run. You tripping. No way has Kane been better than Sterling.
No.
I give you Ukraine. You can argue that. That's
better, but I don't think Sterling's been any better than Kane.
He's been better than Kane because he's been scoring the goals.
I mean,
go on. I'll let you go.
Kane literally got taken out, right? In the group stage, I can't remember what game. He was that bad that he took him out.
It was awful.
And they asked Southgate, and Southgate was like, "Oh no,
I think that was a Scotland game. That Scotland game, Sterling, they were both as bad as each other. If I'm being honest, in that game, no one was better than each other. That Scotland game. I'm sure it was that game.
I'm not saying. I don't get. Go on, go on.
Sterling has been way better than Harry Kane, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I'm not saying Sterling's been. Yeah, I'm not saying Sterling's been incredible or that because I don't believe he has. But what I'm saying is Kane's been that poor that Sterling's performances have been better. Adding the fact as well, he was the only one scoring goals. So if we're all playing bad and I'm the only one scoring goals, I'm the better player. He's the most important player. They don't get out of the group without him.
Just watch what Sir Harold does in the next 2 games.
But that's a decent pass, though, isn't it? That's a decent pass. That is ridiculous. That pass was incredible. I didn't know Sterling had that.
It was a very good pass, but people are hyping it up a bit too much.
It's a great pass. It's a great pass.
Thiago did that. You'd be saying
yes.
It's the tournament.
It's a great pass. It's a great pass.
That was a slide roof pass. That pass took out 2 defenders.
Yes.
A great but Flawless. A great pass is Paul Pogba.
That's an exceptional pass. There's difference.
Yeah,
well, that is a great pass.
That's a great pass. Remember, I've got very high standards.
Go on, see. No, I'm saying Pogba's pass is better than great for Benzema. That was better than great.
The start of this tournament, I was sitting there thinking, why are you not playing Foden over Sterling, right? Because that's what Man City do. Right, they play Foden over Sterling, right, and I'm sure probably Jan agrees with us, right?
Well, but Sterling normally doesn't play, but his form was bad, so he got dropped for a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. But I mean, but he's proved. I'm sorry, if it weren't for Sterling, we wouldn't have made it out of the group.
That's the thing is, we can't deny that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying Sterling was great, but was he the best out of a bad bunch? Yes, simply because he was the one scoring the goals. No one else offered enough. Kane offered nothing. Foden did very little. Yeah, Saka was bright. Grealish was bright.
Kane's come alive.
Who else? And give Kane his props for the Ukraine game. Like, yeah, he did the business against Germany. If it weren't, he was better.
If it weren't for Sterling,
Nick's saying if Pogba done that, Pogba has done that. He's done it
Yeah,
a few times.
But that, no, he's saying you'll give him credit because that pass from Sterling, I didn't even know Sterling had that in his locker. I didn't know he could make that type of pass because I've never seen it before.
Amazing pass, man.
It's a great pass.
It was a good pass, man. It weren't anything
great
special.
Pass. It's a great pass, fam. Of course it is. To cut out two defenders and play at that pace.
He just didn't have it.
I didn't know he could pass like that. Because you know what that ties into? That whole laziness, or he's not intelligent, he's not smart. That's an intelligent
he's an intelligent player. I'll give him that. He's an intelligent. That's the best part of his game. He's an intelligent player. That's the best
and you
part
know what helps? You know what helps with his intelligence? Why he gets so many tap-ins. There's a reason why that happens. That's not an accident.
It's his runs. Because he gets into positions. Because this is the problem with a lot of City fans. They say things like, "Oh, Sterling missed a one-on-one." How's he in that one-on-one? Because no other player on the pitch is getting in that position that he's getting in to be one-on-one with the keeper. Do you know what I mean? Leroy Sané used to do it, to be fair to him. But
Leroy Sané is better than him, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, but when Leroy Sané was there, he used to link up well with Sterling, and they both They used to ball out together. The only difference between Sané and Sterling is that Sané tends
in their team and the other doesn't in the Euros.
Bigger games, but Sterling would score in the dying seconds that went on to win us the league and shit like that. So I can't really rate one that much higher than the other, to be honest. But they were both great.
Yeah, it's 100%. Like I say, tap-ins matter because if not, that's what we crucify Werner for, because he can't finish tap-ins. We crucify Werner for that. We call him Turbo Timo, Finding Timo, all these jokes. There's a whole compilation moving around of him missing shots in the 6-yard box. So we have to give. Yeah, Marat's the same. Yes,
there's so many compilations from this season.
From Marat, this is the same thing. So if it was that easy, everybody would be doing it. One, to get in a position, and two, yes, you should finish it. But I'm not hearing, he just scores tap-ins. If you scoring goals, I want you.
He does at Man City, to be fair.
Yeah, I want him in my team. Yes, does he have flaws in his game? But all players have flaws in their game, as we've seen. And they're not playing. And the thing is, we say Kane doesn't get the ball. Sterling is not always getting the ball in the best positions. England's team is not.
He gets it more than Kane.
No. He gets it more, but he doesn't get it in terms of England's team is not set up for the attacking players to flourish. Who in England's attack has played well in this tournament? Who's looked good?
What I think in Germany's team is what I didn't get when they came out of their lineup. Why play? Maybe it's me. I don't understand it. But why did Werner play? Why is Timo Werner playing over Sané in that too?
I don't know why he played
Werner. Joachim Löw's a weirdo. That's why.
I don't know why Timo Werner played over Sané.
To me, he played. You
can't just say it.
Go on,
miles.
Sané's form has been
I'm way more worried about Sané.
Yeah, but Leroy Sané is like he's good. He's so good, man.
Yeah, but his form, he can't even start for Bayern Munich.
Werner's form isn't good either.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
Yeah, but Werner's form's been crap as well.
Oh, Werner,
yeah. Go on. My guy Nick saying Grealish in the few minutes he's played has played very well.
I think he's looked bright. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say very well. I think he's looked bright. You know what I'm saying? But that's Grealish because of
big up Nick, man. Mind
because Grealish is Grealish. He's always gonna look a certain way because of how he plays in that. But why did I say I think he's been bright? I think Saka's been bright. But I don't think them. I don't look at them and go, yo, them man are very.
Grealish was the difference against Germany. Still,
he was. Yeah. Did he come on at 1-0?
He came on and England started playing a lot better.
0-0. Yeah.
And he came on 0-0 and he changed the game.
Yeah, that game,
They did. And who scored that first goal for Germany?
For England, you mean?
I mean, for England against Germany, was it not Sterling?
You just have to look at it in context, innit? Like
that's my point. Is we're talking about getting service and that Grealish helps the whole attack because Grealish should be playing.
Grealish made the whole attack look better, which is and he made the
Grealish is a baller
on the day.
Grealish is a baller.
And he set up on a plate for Sterling in the Czech Republic game.
Flawless.
Yeah, he did. Talk to me.
Pre-wines come up as well. Or Gnabry.
What do you say? What do you say?
Because we mentioned about Sané, about Timo Werner, you also put Gnabry.
Can I just say something? Right?
Yeah, go on.
I find it very interesting how Grealish and Pogba are both getting props for great passes and blah, 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 right? But when De Bruyne puts it on a plate for a certain striker and the striker doesn't score, I'm not hearing anything about the pass.
A certain striker who you rate?
Yeah, no, I'm saying What I'm saying is, Grealish is getting all the credit for the Sterling goal because Sterling should score that anyway. But when De Bruyne puts it on a plate, let's be honest, for Lukaku, and Lukaku doesn't score, I'm not hearing anything about.
Yeah, but let's not pretend De Bruyne had a good game. De Bruyne was crap, man.
No, De Bruyne played with a torn ligament and he did what he could and he wasn't that bad. You're making out like he had
That's not being an excuse, though. Then he should have decided not to play because if I'm not being
but
funny,
he wanted to play to help his country. He's
yeah,
not.
but if that was Pogba doing the same thing, he would have got so much hate for that.
Yeah, and you would have said he was fucking injured. That's what you would have said. You would have said this is not like Pogba because. The thing is with De Bruyne didn't have a poor tournament. De Bruyne was one of the best.
I think he did still. I think I thought apart from
you don't watch him. He got like 2 assists.
Apart from one second half against Denmark, which he played very well.
He came on in one game. He came on in one game. The first game he didn't play because he was injured. The second game he came on, changed the game.
The second game he played well still,
and they went on to win it, right? So he had an impact in that game, which was turned around because they weren't winning that game when he came on.
Yeah.
The third game, he played well. Thorgan Hazard, I think, was the best player on the pitch in that game. But Kevin De Bruyne was not bad in that game. He was good in that game, right? And then the last game was the one that he just played where he got injured. No, he got taken off injured in the game before. And then he came back injured and played because he wanted to help his country, which I think's a poor decision. I'm not happy about it. I don't want him to play injured because that's going to.
But that's what we've been getting onto Rashford all about all season.
But the thing is, if Rashford has a poor game and it comes out that he has torn ligaments, I'm not going to be slandering him for a disaster class because 1, he's injured, and 2, De Bruyne didn't even have a disaster class. Yes, he wasn't at his level. I'll admit that he wasn't at his level. But he put the ball on a plate for the striker to tap in. If that striker puts that ball in the net, it's 2-2. That game was not over at that point, right? He missed it, and then they went on to lose 2-1. So this is the thing. What I'm saying to you is if Sterling scores that, you're saying great pass.
Lukaku, you mean?
He's expected. No, I'm talking about Sterling in general. Like if Sterling scores the chance that Lukaku had, you're telling me, well, anyone would score that. But what I'm trying to tell you is that De Bruyne put it on a plate for someone, and Lukaku did not score. So there's no guarantee that when Grealish puts it on a plate for Sterling, that goes in the back of the net because we've seen in this.
Yeah, but Sterling is better than Lukaku. Lukaku's crap. I've always said that still.
I don't think she's saying that. No, she's not saying that. She's not comparing Lukaku Sterling. What she's saying is the whole tapping merchant thing is that's I don't understand how that's a criticism. A goal is a goal, whether it's a 40-yard screen.
I think De Bruyne
was minus the 2 chances. I agree with you. I agree with you though. Minus the two chances he created for Lukaku. So he created one early that everyone's forgetting about because Lukaku tried to spin. And he turned and his touch was too heavy. So minus that.
It was more the second one.
No. The reason why it wasn't a great chance is because he didn't turn correctly. Because he turned and it got past. I don't know if it was Chiellini or Bonucci. But because the touch was too heavy, he couldn't get the ball. If he turns correctly, that's a shot on goal early into the game. You know what I'm saying? But because it's Lukaku, no one's classing it as a chance. If that goes into Lewandowski, he's probably spinning and getting a shot off. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is with Lukaku, he's quick enough to get away from a Bonucci or a Chiellini. So minus those two things, De Bruyne didn't do much else. Yes, I get what Jan's saying. He's injured, so you have to take that into consideration, him being injured. And I do. But obviously, I'm going to get the jokes off. But he was poor against...
the thing is, though, what I'm saying
he was poor.
People are acting like he had a poor tournament when he was one of Belgium's best players. The only person I would say turned up more than him in that Belgian team is Thorgan Hazard, who was good across the. He scored, I think, 1 or 2 goals, and he was actually really good across the tournament. But the thing is that what annoys me is people are saying like, oh well, Sterling should score that when we've seen that not every good ball in has led to a goal. And secondly, like we know that De Bruyne is not at his best. I've said all season, De Bruyne hasn't had a season that is, by his standards, amazing. The thing is with De Bruyne is even when De Bruyne is not playing to his best, he's still better than a lot of midfielders because his level is so high that when he doesn't assist or he doesn't score, It's a disaster class. That's essentially.
No, but I think too many excuses are being made for him. I think too many excuses are being made.
It depends who you're talking to, though.
He's been good this tournament, and you're trying to say he was shit.
You think he was good? He's not been good this tournament, though.
Every time I've seen him, he's been good. Against Denmark, he was good.
He had one game
Denmark,
where
he was good. I'll give him props against
and he was
Denmark.
injured. But he got.
I'll give him props against Denmark.
Yeah. Okay. So he didn't play the first game because he was injured. Yeah. Then he played a really, really good game. Then he had a decent game. Then he got injured and he wasn't great. The thing is,
he's had one bad game out of 3.
This tournament, when he's had one bad game, which let's be honest, Belgium weren't good. It's not like Belgium were amazing. He was letting the side down. Belgium was shit in that game. Doku.
Well, France weren't good, but Pogba still turned up.
There we go. Let me get to this before you carry on. Big up to you on Twitch because you followed as well. I just don't know how to, you get me, pronounce your username. But big up. He says, no one's saying Sterling is crap. I've seen people say that, but I know you're not. I can just feel he can do better, and he hasn't performed well this tournament. He has scored goals, facts, but do you honestly think he's playing well compared to how he's playing for City at the beginning of the season? Here's the thing is, this is why people don't listen. I've not said Sterling has played well. What I said was he's been England's best player, which he has been. He's named me an attacker who has played well. And I'm not talking Jack Grealish with 20-minute cameos. I rate Jack Grealish, but if we're talking, if the best player on the pitch, if the best player in the tournament is the guy having 20-minute cameos, something is wrong. Foden's not been good. Saka's been bright. I think Grealish has been bright. Kane's been poor. Foden's been okay. No one in an attack. Mount, yesterday, Mount was playing in the 10, and I barely heard his name. I barely seen him. Mount was playing in the 10, and they won 4-0. I forgot he was playing.
He got an assist from a corner. So he got an assist from the corner, but that's it.
Well, the greatest header of all time.
There was nothing more. So I'm not saying he's been good. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying he's been decent, and the criticism is of him over the top. The way Ryan's criticizing he's the only guy who get criticized for scoring goals, but Kane will get praised for scoring goals.
But you know what I'm like with that. I criticize Salah who scores goals. That's just the way I see football.
Yeah. No. But then you won't criticize Kane, who's not scored any goals and has played worse. His overall play has been worse. Even when he's been on the ball, he missed it.
Yeah, but like I said, in terms of when I've watched the games, I don't think Sterling's done any better than Kane.
He has been better than Kane, though. In his overall play, he has been. He's been brighter. He's been more of a threat. Kane's done nothing. This is my point. Kane's done nothing up until the 85th minute against Germany or whenever it was. He's done nothing. He did nothing. What did he do? Tell me what he did in the first 4 games. What did he do? Apart from miss a chance, he did nothing whatsoever. He didn't drop deep. He didn't set anything up. The ball wasn't sticking. None of that. And I rate Kane highly. I used him in my Lukaku agenda, but he was shocking. It was abysmal. Did nothing.
That's why, I was even after the first game, I was calling why is Kane starting?
People were calling for his head.
Even in the friendlies, I was thinking, why is he starting? Why are we starting with Kane? Why have we not taken even Danny Ings maybe even as an option? Danny Ings has played brilliantly for Southampton and scored a lot of goals. Right? He was a viable. He was more informed than Kane. Kane was not informed before the start of the tournament. So it really made me
you have to take Harry Kane still.
No, you take Harry. The thing is, you run with Harry Kane, obviously. Go on.
Southgate was going on about I picked the players in form, not because it's the big name, right? So if that was the case, then Kane should not even have gone to the Euros. He's not really informed.
What do you mean for the whole season? Are you talking about towards
is that the Arsenal? Is that the Arsenal thing in you for the Tottenham players still? Because you got to take Harry Kane, man. Harry Kane's England's best player. You can't keep him out.
He had a good season. He did have a very good season.
Yeah, he's arguably player of the season.
I'd take him.
Talking to your mic, Stephen, innit? They're saying they can't hear you. Talking to your mic.
I'd say
there we go. That's better than that. Go on.
Yeah, I'd say take him, but I wouldn't say he's like the number one option, to be honest, compared to some the strikers have been this season. Because even like I said during the friendlies, he wasn't setting the world alight, to be honest, in the pre-season, the 2 friendlies before the start of the tournament. And that's why a lot of people before the start of the tournament were wondering why is he playing? And even after the first game, people were like, we can't start with him. We can't. Even before the Germany game, they were saying we start with Kane, we're screwed.
But it's like saying though, it's think about it. Messi's Argentina's talisman. If Messi had a few bad games, do you think they're going to leave him out? You can't leave Harry Kane out, man. This ain't me comparing Harry Kane to Messi. I'm just saying Harry Kane is supposed to be the talisman. He's England's best player, England's captain. You know, you can't leave Harry Kane out, man. He's undroppable.
That's why you get the man. That's where the man. But the thing is, it's paid off for Southgate not dropping him because he's now coming to the goals.
Yeah.
However, if he hadn't come into the goals, then that's how you look at it. But Southgate's called it right.
Have to take,
Keep playing him, yo, into the mic, Stephen.
No, sorry. It's just I would also say is that if he didn't get it right, that would have been again a lot of people be calling for Gareth's head.
Yes,
because people will be saying, "Why'd you take him?" If he hadn't scored a goal in the whole tournament, people will be asking, "Why did we take him?" Because he's a striker. As much as they say it's a big name, it's Harry Kane, it's our captain. In the end, the most important thing is he's a striker. He's supposed to score goals.
Yeah.
And if he didn't score a goal in the whole tournament, people will be saying, "Why?"
But the thing is,
we take him
because no problem.
Scored 4 goals,
Yeah.
and he was getting more slander than Kane,
Yeah,
who at that time hadn't scored any. Like, it was mad.
There's no problem with not scoring goals if you are adding to the team. We see France win a World Cup. Giroud was the 9, didn't score any goals, but he's adding to the team. And to Himlin's point, I get he says,
even doing, no.
he says Kane, and that's my point is when you're not scoring goals. That's my biggest criticism of Lukaku. I say it all the time. I say he's all well and good when he's scoring goals in your team. When he's not scoring goals, you might as well. But this is my point: is he should utilize where he has some. When he's not scoring, he's a great goal scorer. That can't be denied. He's scored goals wherever he's been. But when he's not scoring goals, he gives you very little, and we've seen that.
And in the big games, he flops.
We've seen that, and that's to an extent as well. And we've seen that against Italy because I don't remember him being in the game. I do not remember him being. I don't remember a moment where I was like, he was a threat. Doku was there. The people have mentioned Doku was there.
Doku was quality still.
Doku was their best player in that. Kane hasn't done anything. However, do you think England play him how he should be played, or are we asking too much of him to drop deep and receive a pass rather than playing on the shoulder, the last man in dangerous areas?
I think is.
I have an opinion.
Let AO
about
go.
that.
Yo, Stephen, let AO go. Let AO go. And then
I have an
you go,
opinion
Stephen,
about that.
and then you ran.
I think
Go on.
people were saying the same thing when he was at Spurs. They're asking too much of him to drop deep. He's doing the same thing in England. I think he's just doing like the coach, both coaches, Jose and whoever was forgot his name after he was fired, and Southgate.
Ryan Mason.
Ryan Mason. Yeah. I just giving Southgate.
You lot keep going one sec. Keep going.
I just giving Harry Kane freedom to do whatever he wants to do. Like I think this is his decision that he's dropping deep. It's clear. It's very clear. Like he thinks he can bring more playing as a 10, dropping back, linking up play. Because he's doing this literally the same thing he was doing in Spurs, even when it was not to the best use for the team. When it was detriment to the team, he was doing it in Spurs. When it wasn't working out in England, he was doing the same thing, dropping deep. He likes this dropping deep thing. I don't know, for some reason, I don't think it's like a coaching. My point is I don't think it's a coaching instruction. I think Harry Kane is just doing it because it feels like, I can do this. Let me be free. Let me drop back. Let me link up play. Let me use people running behind, the fast players, which is what's his name? Sterling, Sancho, or Saka, and in Spurs, whether it's Son or Bergwijn or all the other like fast players they had. I think it's just him trying to say, okay, I can bring this part to the game. I don't think it's a coaching instruction. I personally don't, because I've seen replicate it for club and country. I think it's just one of the coaches. Okay, you want to do this? Like you have the freedom to do this, because I don't think the coach is saying, hey, Harry Kane drop deep. I don't think so. I think he's going to do it by himself. That's my opinion anyway about that dropping deep thing.
Okay. Go on, Stephen. You go and then let Ryan go, and then I'll give my thoughts on it. So yeah, go on, Stephen. Yo, into the mic as well, fam. Mike.
I think to me,
big up.
I do think I hear what you're saying, but I think because he's had to play so often with Jose, where he's had to drop deep and playing Son a lot of the time down the left-hand side, I think it's become more natural to Kane to drop deep because he's had to do that so many times for Tottenham, and that's why he does it. And I think probably what's now you've seen with Southgate is probably encouraged him to be more upfront, be trying to get into the box more and create and be there on the end of goals. And that's why you saw in the Ukraine game he wasn't dropping as deep. He was more like being the target man. And the same as like even in the Germany game, the second half, I think it was told to push up a lot more, be in there, and be ready for the chances to come in, because he saw at the end of the first half when he is there, he'll get the chances. So I think it's just been that natural habit with Tottenham where he's had to play deep and play in the fast one as a Son because it's Mourinho football and it's part the bus. Right? He hasn't got the pace to be able to be like Son or Lamelo or more to be able to bomb down forward and beat and basically outpace the last defender.
Well, hey, go on, Ryan. Your thoughts on it? And I will get to the questions as best I can, people. But obviously, we got 5 of us here trying to answer your questions as well. But yeah, go on, Ryan.
He's definitely been asked to play a different role for England than he has for Spurs, because at Spurs it was drop deep and link up with Son, play it through for Son, get Son running off him. He needs runners around him, Harry Kane, because he's got no mobility in it. So but then at England it does seem like it is kind of Southgate telling right, stay forwards, don't really drop deep. That's for Mason, Mounts, and these guys to get you the ball. But then when you play him on the shoulder of the last man ain't got the pace in it or mobility to do that. So I think that's why I say that it's been harsh on him, because he's not being asked to do the role he has at Spurs, and because the guys haven't been getting him the ball, he's not going to be doing anything really. But obviously, because they've got him the ball in the last couple of games, he's impacting the game now. So that's why I think he got unfair stick at the beginning, to be fair. Because he's not playing how he was at Tottenham, where he was getting so many assists as well as goals.
Yeah. And here, so to answer this, he's saying Kane hasn't done anything. However, do you think England? I think with this, you could replace attacker's name here. Pick an attacker: Sterling, Foden, Grealish, Saka. None of them are being utilized to their best, so we're not going to see the best of him. This is why you haven't seen any attacker who's played very well. No one's been exceptional. No one's been great. Grealish, like I said, has been bright in cameos. He looked bright. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard to have a great game in 20 minutes. Like, it's very tough. Like, it's more the cameos. He's something different. And Grealish is a baller as well. But that's my point is you can put... Sterling hasn't done anything, however. Saka hasn't, you could insert attacking player here who's been in this tournament. England are not set up for their attack to flourish. Ayo mentioned it about attacking football. We don't really play... Well, England don't really play attacking football like that where Sterling at Manchester City is different. Foden at City is different. Kane at Spurs is different because everything goes through him and it's him and Son. But yeah, that's what I'd say. Yeah, go on. Go on,
Yeah,
Steve.
I think you say that I think England though are set up to be just their forward line is supposed to be balanced as it can be. But the main thing I think Southgate's instilled in it is you win tournaments by not conceding goals.
True.
This is how you win these tournaments. You don't concede goals. This is how Italy have been really good, how even Germany have been really good in the past. Most teams that have won these major international tournaments have not conceded goals, because if you're not going to see a goal in a one-off 90-minute game, you've got every chance of winning the game because of a set piece that you'll get, a break, anything like that. So it's more to be...
One sec, let me just cut you off quick. Ayo, I know you got a dip off. Big up for obviously supporting the channel as a member and everything. Man. Let the people know where they can find you, etc., and all of that good stuff.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. First of all, I want to say big up to you guys. And you guys hit 3K. I think I saw that on social media.
Yes, we hit 3K, man.
Yeah, big up to you guys. I see all the hard work you guys have been putting in for a while. Big up to you. Follow them. Of course, you can find me, Footy Fantasy, FOOTIE, Fantasy, one word, on YouTube. Twitter is Footy AD Fantasy on Twitter. And yeah, we're putting in content. We're trying to put in work every week. You see our content. So...
yeah, man. Make sure you go subscribe to that Footy Fantasy, people. And obviously, you'll see AO back on here. Well, they will be this month, towards the back end of this month. But big up for being a member and supporting, man. Appreciate it. No, appreciate that, man.
Big up, AO, man.
Bless up, AO,
care,
yeah?
Bro.
And if you do want to become a member...
Take care, man.
And if you want to become a member of the channel like AO, like Steven, also the link is underneath in the description. If you want to become a member, people, it is underneath in the description. We get to some more of the comments before we close out of the show. like I say, members' comments. We'll take, if you're a member, your comments will take priority, people. And you don't have to be Euro or England based. You can ask any question you want. In a tournament like this, goals matter more than fantastic performances. Yeah, I get what you're saying to an extent, of course. But fantastic performances normally as attacking player will come with goals and create chances and stuff like that. But I get your point, of course. And I don't think there's a team who have been fantastic who have gone home yet. There's no one really springs to mind where I'd say, yeah, they were fantastic and went home. But it's much of a muchness. AO's channel, you can see it there. YG just says big up Dupe, large up everyone. Nippon also asked me, would I take Doku at United? No, not simply because I'm not saying I don't rate him. We just don't need another left winger. We have enough. Will the 3K party be this week? I'm not sure, and I have no idea how long it will be either. Go on.
You know what? It's with this. I've been asked, in the comments already today, would you take Doku? I was impressed by him, but I'm not going to come to judgment after one game in it. Like, I'm not going to say, because I had a Liverpool group chat saying, I really want this Doku at Liverpool. What would Klopp do to him? Man, I'm not judging a player after one game in it. Like, I need to see him more. I can't just, that's the danger of these tournaments, in it. A player has one or two good games. Yeah. And then he's hyped up so much he'll get a big money move because of that, and then it'll all end up going wrong at that club, innit? Same with this Locatelli guy, innit? He's looked good in it, but people hyping him up after one or two games, innit? That's the danger with tournament football, to be fair.
Yep, 100%. Dan Levitt here says, even though some might think Sterling and Kane haven't performed well, still have to give it to them. Big credit. Without Sterling and Kane's goals, where would England be?
I'll give him credit. I'll give Sterling credit. He scored some goals in it, so fair enough.
Well, they definitely have to. Like I said, especially when you're in a team that's not playing well and is not on the front foot. Yes, they scored 4 against Ukraine. Well, I think 2 were set pieces. And you're playing against you're supposed to treat Ukraine like that. It's Ukraine. I no disrespect. England are the favourites for that. Denmark will be a little different. But even in England, let's not forget, even though it was 4-0, England scored the first goal and then sat back and then hit them in the second half. But for the first half, there wasn't much. The first one of Peter on the stream fell asleep. That's how entertaining the game was. Man literally fell asleep.
No, wasn't that Timo? Oh no,
no.
Peter, NBA, doesn't it?
Yeah, he does that NBA. Peter fell asleep, and we had to wake him up.
I need to see that still. What game was that again?
England-Ukraine. He fell asleep.
Really?
Like half an hour in. It was 30 minutes in. It wasn't like half time. 30 minutes in.
To be fair, I mean, my watch much longer we were just more, I think, annoyed at the fact we didn't press on from that moment, and just needed to just generally improve things to the second half and make sure we did what we did in the first half, which is get that early goal in the second half and make sure they didn't grow in confidence as the half went on, and that's, I think, the mindset that Southgate put in, which was, once you start the game, get an early goal because that will knock them. And once we got the second goal in the second half, because I'm sure they came out thinking, we're still in this. If we can get one set piece, we might equalise it. But if we get that early goal, once we got that early goal, 3-4 went in and quite easily because they were done. They were finished. So it was also like the Germany game, that obviously there were so many instances where I think questioning what Southgate was doing, like taking off Saka for Grealish, for example, and that Kane chance as well, is shouting at the TV.
Sorry, the reason why I'm laughing in it, this guy, he's been on Shisha tonight. This is the worst suggestion I've ever seen in my entire life.
Harris, go to bed.
Yeah. It's 1 a.m. in that Harris bed. Yeah. It's hey, Yan City, come get your guy. Yeah, you cool?
Yan City, you good? I ain't heard you for a bit still.
Yeah, fine.
All right, cool. But it wouldn't do bits, Harris. No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't do bits.
Definitely wouldn't.
It wouldn't do bits.
Having one of them in a team is bad enough. Imagine having both of them.
Man said, you know what's funny about it? I read it in his voice and that. Hear me out, yeah. Check this.
Hear me out, yeah.
Let's try it out. Striker combination.
One of them might shoot, it might hit the goalkeeper, and then the other one.
Oh my god!
Like going off his arse or something. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Harris, since you're here, man, let me know. DM me in the group chat about the show tomorrow at 10:30 p.m. Yes. Sorry, go on. Go on,
both
Stephen.
of them are going to be in a striking combination, remind me not to go into the stadium so I don't get hit in the face.
Everyone gonna be ducking, but yeah, Harris.
Even
Oh
at
yeah,
I rate my own chances.
there you go. New show will be added to the channel tomorrow as well, people. New show added to the roster. I know it's been a minute since we had Love Island, but there's been a big gap. But yes, you don't always get any exclusives. New show added to the roster. It won't be weekly, it'll be sometimes in it, depending on what's going on. But all will be announced tomorrow, you get what I'm saying? And all will be announced. But yes, new show added to the roster.
You know what? Yeah.
Tomorrow. Actually, it's on the live stream, so I can admit it. Yes, new show added to the roster. Courtside commentary, which is the basketball show. So we're going to be previewing the Phoenix Suns versus the Milwaukee Bucks finals. We'll be previewing that. The panelists, the hosts on there, all the panelists you see on the show. So myself, Harris, Timo, Peter, Winter Surfer, Devontae. So it'll be us 6 on there talking all things basketball. If something big happens in free agency or like before the regular season starts, we'll cover that. During the regular season, again, if something big happens, we'll cover that. And during playoff seasons, we'll probably do previews of like games and stuff like that. So of the finals, the conference finals, semi-finals, first rounds, etc. So yes, courtside commentary will go live tomorrow.
I like that name
PM.
still.
Courtside, thank you very much. Much appreciated, bro. Courtside commentary, you know what I mean? 10:30 p.m. new basketball show added. So that will be going on at various points. So keep an eye out in it. I was gonna say, why am I keeping it under wraps and it's on? You can see on the upcoming live stream section actually. So yeah. Flawless, who's your favorite player in this NBA finals? Probably CP3, to be honest. It's probably CP3. That's what I would say. Yeah, that's what I would say. I'm trying to think. Yeah, probably CP3. But yeah, Harris is on one with that. But sorry, I cut you off there, Stephen. I just had to get to that still.
No,
I think we were talking about this, innit? I think it was this.
I think it was that. Like I said, I rate my own chances.
Yeah, seriously.
You know what? You know what that just reminded me of? Remember that Bobby Zamora song?
Oh yeah, when you sat in Rosetta and the ball hits your head.
The ball hits your head. It's
Yeah.
like,
Bobby Zamora is a good player still. I like
That's hella catchy though, isn't it? People who create football chants, are like they should songwrite for a living.
There's some because I always find every club has the chants that they sing in rotation, in it. So you get the same old 4 or 5 songs that everyone sings.
Yeah.
But honestly, when you go to like away days, that's where you hear all of the chants, ones you don't normally hear, right? And I'm telling you, some of the best ever chants are the ones that you hear like once or twice. Like we used to sing David Silva Ole. So it said like, Ole, Ole, David Silva Ole. That one, right? We used to sing that all the time at the stadium, right? I went to an away game and there was this really good song for David Silva. And I never heard it again. But it's like it was way better than the one that we used to sing. But because obviously you're in a stadium and it's just like catchy short songs, in it. They don't sing the long ones, but just like people are creative though. Some of the chants are pretty good.
Oh, they have me.
Some of them are a bit like
What's your favorite United chant for us?
Burning up. It's tough, man. You know what I'm saying? There's so many in that.
I know the worst Man United chant. Oh my god, that was you would not get away with it now.
Yeah.
It was the one about Jason Park. That one.
Oh, you never get away with that now. Yeah.
But the thing is, I remember being in the ground with my sister singing. You get me singing that in the Stretford End. You know what I'm saying? And that, Yeah. Like it's mad, but I love all the United chants because it's be down to a T. It's song, and it's getting at Liverpool, City, Arsenal, multiple like all the teams I dislike. Like that's a dream for me.
I love
anyone.
I love when you can chant. We are the champions of Europe. Obviously, you haven't had to.
We don't even say champions. We don't even say champions. We say pride. You get what I'm saying? And that's what
pride of Europe. Get out of it. You're not pride of
Says
Europe.
You lot claim you're the biggest team in the country.
Pride of Europe.
Title once.
You've won more champions,
but you don't won league.
And won one more recently.
Yeah, but you've won one league title in 31 years.
We're talking Europe,
I'm talking Premier League. I'm saying it's the same shit. I'm saying it's the same shit. It's the same shit, innit? Yeah, I'm saying it's the same shit. You know what I'm saying? You lot say you're the biggest team in the country and can't win the domestic title. 1 in 32 years. You know what I'm saying?
You won it more recently.
32 years. Yeah, one though. You know what I'm saying? 1 in 32 years. 1 in 32 years. Well done. You know what I'm saying? Well done, innit? 1 in 3 decades and that. You know what I'm saying?
Watch us get it back next season, innit?
You lot ain't winning nothing next season. Let's cut it out. You know what I'm saying? Let's cut the crap. You lot ain't winning nothing. Your time's over.
My Egyptian king's gonna.
Your time's over, man. You know what I'm saying? Your time's done. You ain't winning nothing. Tell you that now. You hear me? You lot ain't winning nothing. You like winning. Yeah, you're Arsenal now. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, don't disrespect us that much.
You're Arsenal now. Of course it is. Time's over, man. Arsenal haven't won one since 03.
Arsenal won a trophy more recently than you guys.
That's you lot. I'm saying we're dead though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here trying to claim we're going to do anything next season.
Xhaka's more successful than your club in the last 4 years.
You're saying a title's coming home in that. You know what I'm saying? You're saying a title's coming there. Where, man? It's over. You man are Arsenal now when it comes to the title thing.
Arsene Wenger's won more trophies than you in the last 2 years. He's been tied for 3 years.
Shit's over, fam. You know what I'm saying? Your
Bro,
time
even Tottenham have won more than you. They would have.
The time's over.
A couple of years ago.
Time's over. It's done in that.
Trophies
time's done, fam.
Winning mentality.
Time's done, innit? You know what I'm saying? Winning mentality, like you lot, innit? You lot won the two biggest trophies and then won nothing after. You know what I'm saying?
Injuries
time's over. Yeah, me. You on the top, very short and that. Yeah, me. You lot are done. You know what I'm saying? Over with. Show's over.
The Champions League and the Premier League and said it was in the same season.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you want to cling onto stuff.
That was funny.
Yeah, that's what you lot got to do because shit's done. It's a wrap. Yeah, me. Klopp knows it's over. It's finished. Finito.
It's not in it. I told it's
over. What you lot winning? Hold up. What you lot winning next season?
The quadruple.
Okay, seriously, you can't even say that with a straight face. That tells you what we're moving it.
Yo, this is a good question, though.
No, I heard this.
Go on.
An Arsenal fan in the next 2 years said we're going to qualify for Champions League, not Europe, Champions League, and then we're going to do the treble.
Yeah, man. See, Black Diamond, you're right. Liverpool give a quickie after 30 years. Facts, man. You know what I'm saying? These man gave a quickie and an out. You know what I'm saying?
Go boil your head in a boiler.
You know what I'm saying? These man are done. Saints says we're winning the league before you. We'll see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think under Klopp we'll if Klopp stays, I think we'll overtake them.
I'm saying we're both
we'll overtake their record under Klopp.
I don't think you will. You get me? City and Chelsea gonna trade that back and forth now. You lot are done. That rock and roll football is over. That heavy metal football is done, fam. It's a wrap. That's why you lot fell off a cliff and had one of the worst league title defenses in recent history. You finished 18 points off the top.
How's that the worst?
What? When did you not finish 18 points off the top?
Yes, but we finished.
So is that not one of the worst? That's one of the worst. And the league title was done in January.
Congratulations to City, innit? Like
the league title was done in January. That's a terrible title defense. Same way Spain had a terrible one.
And Nat Phillips at the back.
Whose fault is that? That's your squad depth.
Title that way.
That's your squad depth. That's on you. That's your squad.
How's that Klopp's fault then?
Invest in the squad.
Not everyone can have an Otamendi at the back to win in the league.
Invest in the squad. Wait. You acting like injuries haven't happened to teams who have won leagues. I've seen United win league titles with our second-rate defenders in that. So what are we talking about?
Your second-rate defenders are good. Like Wes Brown was a baller.
Wes Brown was okay, and it wasn't Wes Brown. So that's how I know you don't know what you're talking about.
To be fair, he had one of the great.
See that? Look at you reaching over there in it, like Liverpool reaching over final.
We won it with like Otamendi, Dembele.
We've won it with our captain and stuff like that. I'm not hearing no injuries thing. Injuries happen in football. Yeah. And that's why you have a 25-man squad. If the rest of the squad's not good enough, it is what it is. And that's on Klopp.
We're going to win a league with Origi and Shaqiri.
Because Origi, when Shaqiri, Mane, when Shaqiri, Mane, and Firmino all fit.
Yeah, good point. Innit?
So yeah, exactly. That's what I thought in it. So what? Injuries happen to everybody. Injuries happen to everyone. Get over it.
I'll let you have a moment in it.
Yeah, it's not even a moment. You get me? They see this moment here.
We're coming next season, innit?
But realistically, right? I just want to ask you a question because, like, the thing is, like, who's going to win the league next season, innit?
Chelsea or City.
Confident that they're going to win it.
It's Chelsea or City. I favor Chelsea, but if City won it wouldn't surprise me. It's Chelsea or City. Liverpool not in the race. But if someone wins outside of Chelsea or City, it'll be Liverpool. I've already said you lot finish third. But that depends on transfer business. But I'd say you've lot finish third.
So it's better at the end of the transfer window at the end of the day.
You want.
I still don't trust our manager to do the business. But then if they get bad injuries again, we could finish above them like this season. But then there's so many variables. So I'm not going to say with Chelsea United will finish above Liverpool. But it could happen.
Yeah, but yeah.
So these are two of the worst, and that. Yeah, these are two. And City, I said that about City.
I think it's hard to say City's title defense was bad because at least they'd won it back to back. In fairness to them,
no. Winning title has nothing to do with the defense afterwards. I'm talking solely in that
but-
season. If you win a league title and you finish 17th, if you win a league title, and then you finish 17 or 18 points behind off the top the next season, that's a terrible title defense.
Yeah, but City weren't even that bad though. They didn't get a bad points total, and Liverpool finished on 99 points. Remember, like that's going to be hard to bloody.
I'm not talking about that season again. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not talking. Hear what I said. If you win the league title and the next season you finish 17 or 18 points off the top, that is a terrible title defense. I don't know what we're debating
those levels though of getting 90 plus
it's
points.
Still, I'm not. You giving me reasons. Is it a terrible title defense? Yes or no? If you finish 17 or 18 points off the top of the table the season after you've won it, is it a terrible title defense?
City's wasn't a terrible title defense.
How was it not terrible?
Because you have to take
you finished
into context.
So you finished 17 or 18 points off. How is that not a terrible title defense?
Well, in fairness to him,
injuries happen in football. Injuries happen.
To be fair, Pep.
And you have to remember, you have to give credit to Liverpool finishing on 99 points. It's going to be hard if you finish anywhere near them. It's hard.
I'm not talking. That wasn't the same season.
Yeah, it was.
What was it? I'm not talking about that.
Points. We got 99 points. City got 82.
That's still a terrible title defense because City's squad is definitely capable of finishing on 90 points. That's why they invest in it so heavily.
Okay, yeah,
that's why they've won 4 out of the last 5 years. I don't know what we're arguing about here. If you finish 17 or 18 points off the league title the next season after you've won it off the top, that's a terrible title defense. I don't care if the team ahead of you's got 120 points. I know that's not possible, people. I'm over exaggerating. Yeah. I'm over exaggerating to make a point. That's a terrible title defense. Yours was terrible. City's was terrible. Leicester's was awful. Chelsea's with Mourinho was awful. We've probably had one somewhere. Probably, I don't know. Go on.
Yeah,
go
2013.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, but in fairness to United, they had an excuse because they'd lost their manager and replaced him with
David but what she's saying is it's still a terrible defense of
in
the
terms
title.
Of points, yeah, I guess so.
It's still in terms of points, finishing even position wise. If you finish,
at least we finished third, didn't it?
Yeah, if you finish 18 points off the top, that's awful in any season. That's awful as a title defense.
Yeah, like a team like City, because that's what I'm saying. Like Pep got slandered because if City don't win the league, we get slandered.
And that's right because he set the bar as winning the league. Yeah. That's why he's won 4 out of the last 5 years. What is it? 5 out of 6 he's won or some shit like that, or whatever it is, or 4 out of 7.
4 out of 5. It's been here 5 years. It's 4
that's why. So that's why, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? Because he's won 4 out of 5.
4 out of 6. Wait,
4 out of 6. When you put up them numbers, it's class.
Sorry, no, it's 3 out of 5.
See that? It's fake City fans you don't know. But yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to work it out.
I'm joking, people. But yeah, sorry, Stephen, go on. Sorry.
Just like people were trying to work out Kevin De Bruyne's pass completion rate.
There you go.
Get over it, man. He's clear of any player again.
But that's my point. It's go on, Stephen. Sorry. Go on.
To be honest, when the season when we won after we won the title, we had half our squad out for most of the season. Right, our main players were half injured. We lost our unbeaten record because of injuries. We went to play Man United. Half our squad was out. We were playing Fabregas, for God's sake. It was just a kid, and yet we didn't finish that far off the points.
Yeah.
So
you competed.
Really,
that's my point. They competed.
We actually didn't drop. We never actually got beaten by the eventual champions, which were Chelsea, at all.
Yeah, right. That's what that is. That's what you said.
And they spent a hell of a lot of money than us that season.
Yeah, that's true.
We spent hardly anything. So
that's what you're supposed to do. That's my point. Is compete. Liverpool should have competed. I'm not hearing this injuries thing.
We should have competed. No, we couldn't. No. We couldn't.
You should have competed. You should compete. You should have. No. You should. No. What I'm saying, I'm not saying you could have. I said you. I'm saying you should have. Is what I'm saying in that. You should have competed.
Nah, I don't think so.
Your manager's quality.
And Reece Williams at the back was never going to win a league.
That's on your manager.
You can't win a league.
Wait. Hold up. I never said win. Who said win? You know what I'm saying? You changing the words. I said compete. Okay, wait. How many games? Wait. Hold up.
Yeah, Christmas. Then we got even more injuries.
So you're top of the league at Christmas. Let me go to this. How many games did you lot win to get into 3rd place? What was the run? Did you not go on a 10-game winning run?
It was something big. No, it weren't 10. I think it was more. It was 10-game unbeaten. I think.
So it was 10-game unbeaten, and you won 8 or won 7. I'm going to check it in a sec. And you was top at Christmas. Yes, you can compete. Stop making excuses for your guy. He flopped. I'm not hearing it. Of course you can compete. You know what I mean? And then you telling me that finishing 17 or 18 points off the top is not a bad title defense. It was awful.
No, it wasn't a good title
have in
defense, but there's mitigating circumstances still.
It adds into it, but it's still awful.
Yeah, it was bad. I'm not
It
denying
would
it
be
was a bad title defense.
if your full team, if
it
your first
wasn't the
team was
worst
fit, it
title
would have made it
defense.
worse. No, it's
There's
one
been
of
worse
them.
title defenses.
Yeah, it's
I
one
don't
of.
know if it's one of the worst.
Of course, it's one of. What's worse?
If we had our
City and Chelsea, that's it. Go on, Stephen.
I'll say right now, if we had our full strength squad against Mourinho squad in 04-05, we would have won the league. For me,
possibility. The thing is, the possibility injuries happen. Yeah, injuries happen.
I was going to make another joke about De Bruyne, but Jan will just get mad in it.
Yeah, because it's all right. You're talking about winning titles, so De Bruyne is the guy you.
No, I'm just going to make another joke in it, but it don't matter in it.
It's all right, man. De Bruyne is.
Can I get it out, please?
No, it's all right. There's no point because no one in your squad comes close, isn't it? So
I'm just saying, with De Bruyne's stats the other day, it would have been easier to calculate the amount of passes he did make than he didn't.
Okay, so you should have just played Van Dijk injured then, innit? And we could have just laughed at him when his defensive stats are not quite what they were.
Different between his knee basically being crushed.
Yeah, well, it's still an injury, innit?
Genders over facts.
And to be fair, when you had
Genders,
hang on, you had that one as well. You got to,
and then you laugh at being injured.
You had that one as well, right? You had that one, and then you got to January, and then you waited till the last day of January to go get anyone.
It's not Klopp's fault.
I'm not saying it's solely Klopp's fault. I'm blaming everybody.
He should have been pressing the fam, at least the board more to try and get someone.
Yeah, because I'm looking here. You lot won 9 out of your last 11 games.
Yeah, you went on a very good run.
So 9 out of 11 games, and you were top by Christmas with all these injuries. So how come the injury tax didn't hit then? Or did Klopp just figure it out? Who came back that
I think
missed?
Klopp did get some stuff wrong.
Yeah, but that's my point.
Think to finish third with that squad, he deserves credit, in my opinion.
Well, I don't know about that. When the league's as bad as it is,
Yeah, you were still competing, and then everyone's saying like even when Van Dijk got injured, you were still competing, but even everyone was saying you get more injuries, you're screwed. If you get more injuries, you're screwed. But the board were like, and I think even the manager at one point was just like, "No, we'll ride the wave with it. We'll be all right with it." And then when we got to January, and then after that run, and it all fell apart. And even after it started falling apart, they were like, "No, we're gonna be fine."
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And give him credit for finishing third. Cool, I do give him credit for doing that. But like I said, that don't take away from the initial title defense. Because if you're top at Christmas and you win 9 out of your last 11, you have players to do something. It's the 6 games you lost, you get me, at home, and other games. Yes, injuries happen.
In terms of missed chances as well, a lot of it was going forward. Defensively, you weren't too bad.
You weren't conceding loads of goals. It was just the attack.
Okay, so the part of your team you're talking about wasn't even a problem area.
It was a problem because it was impacting the whole team in front of them. We couldn't play the same football.
Fair point. That's a fair point, actually.
Yeah.
I agree with that. That's a valid point.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro.
That is I give credit where credit's due. That is a very valid point.
I appreciate it still. I appreciate it.
Flawless congrats on reaching 3K as well, by the way. Well deserved, G. Large up everyone. Let me run through all the members as well, in it. Like, big up all the members. And
I want to personally say congrats to you as well.
No problem, man. Say what you're going to say.
Showing me support as well, so big up, man.
Yeah, man, every time, man. It's all normal, innit? We all got to try and help each other in this thing and bring people here. You lot make sure you subscribe to SFeetly TV also. Please subscribe if you are new as well. Big up all the members supporting the channel. Large up to Give It to Mikey, Slens Talks, 44, NB, The Progressions Project, YG Jez, Dan Levitt, Sasha, Davey Fisher, Nelly, my guy Timo, Scott, Camps TV, Daniel, Junior Swag King, Taekwon, Nippin, Wayne Modes, SH, 40 Fantasy, OKW1, my boy Deviant, J Socials, Eugene Amagash, Neville B, SFeetly TV, Winter Surfer, and of course, these two on here with me, my two co-hosts on here, Ryan and the lovely Yan City as well.
The lovely
Yeah, man,
Yan
big up.
City.
I know he's changed from darling to the lovely, innit?
Would you prefer?
Can I
what
call
would
you darling now?
What would you prefer? Hey, watch your mouth, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, sorry.
I told you
bro.
about this. Watch your
What can I
mouth,
call
fam.
you then?
Watch your nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's what you can call it. Watch your mouth, fam. You know what I'm saying? I'm joking, people. Me and Ryan are bantering. I'm joking.
Yeah.
I'm playing it.
Cool, innit?
I did it, man.
Yan
Ryan,
City's
my
a
bro.
12 out of 10, innit?
Never that. Hey. I thought I just told you to watch your mouth, fam. You know what I'm saying?
You better hope Thiago outplays Bruyne next season.
What's
innit?
Thiago got anything to do with this?
A little big up Black Diamond here. He says intellectual debate versus banter versus disrespect are three different things.
He's
Some
not my
people don't know the
favorite player. I
difference.
like him.
Flawless uses 1 and 2 and never 3. Yeah, man, it's never no disrespect. It might get heated and that because Ryan be trying to wind me up at times, but minus that,
I
he
never wind
goes
you
never.
up.
You be saying shit on purpose, fam. That's I know you're lying because your
So
voice
do
just went up.
you.
You know what I'm saying?
So
I
do
wind
you.
you up. How do I wind you up? When?
You
When?
always wind me up.
When, yo?
You
When?
always do.
When? Yo, Jan, talk to your done in it. Talk to your guy. You know what I'm saying?
God.
To your guy. Talk to your mans. You know what I'm saying?
Yan City, I'm sorry for some of my comments on Shameless FC yesterday as well.
This guy with his half-hearted apology at hour 40
That
minutes.
wasn't
into the show, but we moved.
half-hearted,
You know
man.
what I'm saying? Dropping a like, flawless, big up all the people in the chat. Yeah, man, large up everyone, man. See that? You get an insight.
Big up
Steven knows
Ravi,
what
my
like.
G. Ravi's my
Yeah.
guy, man.
Large up all the regulars and that. I'm just joking there, people, and that. Like, it's nothing, what's it called and that. It's nothing serious. We're just winding each other up. Timo says, yo, love the thumbnail for the new show. For those who don't know, we're starting a new show called Courtside Commentary. Make sure you check it out tomorrow, 10:30. Yes, Courtside Commentary. That is the basketball show. So new edition and that. And this is to you. You said, big up the best wind-up merchant on the earth. Yeah, he's a great woman still. He is. He's talking to you, fam.
What, me?
Yeah.
Never.
What?
I am not a wind-up merchant.
Yeah, what do you mean you're not a mind? Yeah, sorry, I'm just replying to
talking
this.
about
Go on, say what
flawless.
you're saying.
I am defo not a wind-up merchant.
That's flawless.
Me,
Flawless
people
is
keep
the
saying
biggest
this about
wind-up
me,
merchant,
about
yeah.
being a wind-up merchant. And
That's
Bambo
what he
always on
said.
my
Flawless
case.
is the biggest wind-up merchant, and I've got so much respect for it still.
It's right. It's I'm saying. Well, yeah. Nah, large up everyone. Let's get the likes
Let's
up.
get this question up because this will all need a
Go on, go
one-word
to it.
answer. Haaland.
That's a great question. Yeah, you're clear. Are you new here? Just killer. Yeah, you're new here. That's
he's
why. Innit?
definitely-
Yeah.
definitely.
Oh,
He'd
yeah, 'cause
rather
he's from
have
the Twitch.
Gabriel Jesus than Kane.
He's on the Twitch. You know what I'm saying? He is. Yeah. Yo, you lot continue to get your questions in as well. Continue to do that. Flawless is you. Yeah, wind up merchant. I don't know. All right, let's flip side because we spoke a lot about England. Let's go to the other semi-final. I'm gonna start with you, Stephen. Italy, Spain. Who wins and why?
Italy. For me, they've looked so impressive this tournament. Mancini's
Lewis.
Yo, look at this. Sorry to cut you off. Yo, Lewis,
Big
my
up
bad. I
Lewis,
forgot.
man.
Lewis, my God, my apologies, fam. I legit forgot you to say
Big up
this link,
Lewis,
yo.
man.
If you're about early, you should just DM me anytime, but you already know, but I legit forgot Lewis. My bad. I apologize, innit? But go on. Sorry to cut you off, Stephen. Go on.
no worries.
I love the comment.
Yeah, Mancini's tactically brilliant. I feel he'll have the edge over Lewis and Enrique. Spain have just haven't looked like they've clicked at any one point. I think, yeah, they scored 5 against Slovakia, but apart from that, it's not really been. Even the knockout rounds, they've been struggling. So, yeah, I'll be very surprised if Spain make it through. Make it through to the final, and I think, yeah, it'll be probably an Italy in the final for me.
All right. So you're saying Italy. Ryan, what are you telling me?
Yeah, I think Italy beat Spain because Spain don't impress me in it. But then Italy don't. But I think Italy are better than Spain still. And then I'd say, yeah, England definitely beat Denmark, and then Italy, England. Yeah, I go England, because
I was legit saying because we switched lanes. That's why I was saying on the Spain Italy because we spoke in depth. Obviously, you can go into it, but I'm just saying, innit? That's why I asked you specifically about the Spain Italy. What's it called? Semi-final. Because obviously we spoke in depth about England and that. But yeah, give your thoughts on both. It's not a problem. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, England definitely beat Denmark. Italy-England final. It'll be a very tight game, 50-50 game, but I'm going to edge England, you know. I think it is the year, and Italy look beatable, you know. They are beatable in all seriousness still. And I think there's more to fear in England's team than there is in Italy's team.
Okay, interesting. Let's go. The thing is, everyone's like, the way people are talking, like these semi-finals have already been played and it could happen. Most people seem to be, it's going to be Italy, England. How did England deal with Italy? How did Italy deal with England? I'm here hoping for a Spain-Denmark final, and that's what I want. Just for chaos. Yeah, I mean, severely just for chaos purposes.
As long as Spain win, because Lewis would be unbearable.
Oh, yeah, for fuck's sake. I hate this YouTube thing. If Italy win, I'm not going to hear the end of it. If England win, I'm not going to hear the end of it. If Denmark win, it'll feel like I'm not going to hear the end of it just because of Lewis in it. So you know what?
Do you want me to give a difference of opinion now?
Spain, take it away. You know what I'm saying? Like, for my sanity in it.
Ferran Torres, masterclass against
Oh, for fuck. No. We need an we need an Alvaro Morata score in it. That's what I want. Just for pure chaos. We need
a third goal assisted by Ferran Torres, isn't it?
All right, okay. Hopefully Ferran Torres is who I've actually been impressed with this tournament.
I think he's been average.
Nah, in terms of being direct. What's it called?
Yeah, he looks a bit of a direct passion merchant.
I hadn't seen him. What I was gonna say though, Ferran Torres, I hope he's with Ryan's boy in it, sound the bench in it. That'll make for a great tournament.
That guy get on the pitch.
No Liverpool. Get on the pitch. If Spain win it, he'll get on the pitch to hold the cup. You know what I'm saying? And that'll be the most minutes he's seen in the whole tournament.
Next, innit? Wait till I see
you. We're stating facts. You're having agendas that aren't even true.
I do not have agendas.
To be fair, you're saying Ferran Torres is average, but he didn't say Sterling's average.
Ferran Torres, no, Sterling's better than Ferran Torres.
I just want to say, no, Trent's doing a flawless. That's what happened. My hair's been like this. You know what I'm saying? I just had hats on.
I think it's good, man. I think your hair's good.
Offensive. Trent's hair looks absolutely awful. Don't compare it to flawlesses. That's my darling. Don't be disrespecting my darling with that ugly ass haircut.
What am I then? If flawlesses, darling, what am I?
You are an absolute total 100% prick. That's what you are, mate.
Yeah.
I wasn't asking you. I was asking Jan City, you bastard.
No, he's right.
Go on, Jan City. I was asking you, innit? If he's darling, then what am I?
A prick.
There you go, innit? She said it nicer than me. Look, here's Lewis. Hey, you lot, make sure you subscribe to his channel, because for people who are like in terms of road to 3K, Lewis has helped massively. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, he's helped this channel grow massively. He gave it the stamp of the approval for the Chelsea fans. You want to know why you see so many Chelsea fans on here? Because of this guy.
Lewis.
And that's not a shot at him. What I'm saying is that he gave it a stamp of approval that people want to come over here. And so, man, we don't give people their flowers enough in it. So, love to Lewis.
Yo, someone needs to clip that.
Channel. It's mad.
Someone needs to clip that bit of shameless SC when you put that clip thing up there. Christensen, Prime JT, Prime Rio, put Christensen.
It's mad. And Bambo, no. I'm not saying I don't like Italy. What I'm saying is,
you don't get the hype
from the jump. Again, similar to Ryan, I feel like Ryan with the overrated thing and that.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as you say a player is overrated, people say you don't rate him. When I say Italy, I don't think they're all that. Doesn't mean I don't rate them. In terms of players, you know who I've.
They make the final.
I'll have a think. I'll ask him. We'll talk off her. Okay. And we're patting it tonight.
I don't think you should buy her anything. She just called me a prick.
You know what? I'm gonna buy a certain extra for that. But yeah, we move. But yeah, in terms of
my thoughts, please.
One sec. In terms of Italy, because the player of the tournament thing, I don't think I got to. I think one of my player of the tournament, or someone I've been very impressed with, is Jorginho, and he's playing for Italy. So that goes to show how much I think he's been very good. You know what I'm saying? And that just doing the simple things well, screening, doing what Jorginho does, and he's so press resistant as well. He's passing.
I love press resistant.
He's tidy. Like he's very tidy with his passing and that. Like he takes care of the ball. You know what I'm saying? He don't just fire you in the ball. He'll play the pass wherever you need it. So if you need it in front of you, he'll play it with pace. If you need it slower into your feet, he'll play it like that. So Jorginho, to answer the question from way earlier, is that, like, I'm just using that as an example. This guy being a look at Lewis and his shamelessness. But yeah, go on.
Can I give my thoughts now without being interrupted like I was yesterday?
Jan City, let him go, please, for me.
Oh God.
Let me have my moment in it, Jan City.
That's all he's gonna get. He's a Liverpool fan, They live in moments, so it's calm. Yeah. But yeah, go on.
No, you're right, innit? But like, You know, the problem that I've got with the cross merchant, is that I just feel like, whilst he's a world-class player and he's a top player, I'm not denying that. But it's when, like I said to you yesterday, Falls, it's when people are putting him into conversations he doesn't belong in it.
Yeah, like you saying Thiago's one of the best.
I never even mentioned Thiago's name. I'm talking about
Yanti, let him go and then you can respond, yeah?
I'm talking about Kevin De Bruyne first. You can have your
conversations. The only conversations that he's in are the ones that he's put himself into with the way he's been playing.
No, but it's when people are calling him one of the best midfielders of his generation, one of the best midfielders in the Premier League era, and all this rubbish. Yeah, when he's nowhere near.
But no one
those conversations. No, people have been saying that.
Who said that?
I'm not going to say names, but people do say that.
Okay.
I've heard it. I've heard it.
And then we've also heard the same about Trent. So
I also think
it's what it is, isn't it?
There's flaws in his game still.
There's flaws in Trent's game.
What's Trent got to do with any of this?
Because you say it that he's been put into conversations, one of the best. Best,
and I admit Trent's overrated as well in terms of.
Team have been put into these conversations.
Yeah, and you know what I'm like with my players. You know what I'm like with my players. You know I criticize my players a lot. So like that's what it is with De Bruyne, innit? It's like it's when people put him on the level of like prime Luka Modric and these guys when he's nowhere near him, nowhere near the likes of Iniesta, Xavi, all these guys in it. Like it's when people put him in those conversations that annoys me, innit? And also it's like
few people. You've got a whole agenda because a few people have said something that most.
Also, I'm hearing people say he's a contender for Ballon d'Or and all this rubbish. Like what the hell? He's not.
No,
he's not
he's ranked there because of how good he is. He's
not been that. That's when he's overrated as well.
But he's not. If you look who was number one, Kante was number one.
Yeah, and Kante probably shouldn't be number one in that either, but De Bruyne shouldn't be that high a contender for Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, but you know the Ballon d'Or, how it's ranked. And we've said before season, when I've said that even though Gundogan has been one of our best players, he would never win Ballon d'Or. The only player in Man City's squad that would ever win Ballon d'Or would be De Bruyne. We said this.
But then excuses are made for De Bruyne as well, because he had a shocker the other day, yeah? But then Pogba has a miles better game than what De Bruyne did and got knocked out.
Nobody has said that Pogba's had a poor competition. Nobody has said that. What people said about
people were getting onto Pogba for giving the ball away and stuff and like that, saying he doesn't have discipline and all that rubbish, yeah? But then De Bruyne doesn't get any criticism for the other day.
He does get criticism. You sat here slandering him and saying...
Yeah, because I'm making sure that there's no excuses for him.
No, you're
I'm
not.
making sure there's no excuses for De Bruyne.
When he didn't have a poor tournament. He had a poor game, you can argue.
Yeah, he definitely had a poor game. He lost more passes than he completed.
Okay, so he had, which I've already told you, he was playing with torn ligaments, right? And he didn't have the best game. We know that. But you're saying he had a poor tournament because of 90 minutes of football where he wasn't at his best.
You're not having this torn ligament thing. You shouldn't be playing with torn ligaments, man. You basically put the team at...
He shouldn't be playing with torn ligaments. I get that. But the thing is, if he does play with torn ligaments and he's not at his best, because the thing is, if he had a poor tournament, I would agree with you. And
this is a great comment. This is a brilliant comment, by the way.
The reason why we've discussed this as well before. If Paul Pogba had won 3 of the last 4 Premier League titles, I can guarantee.
But he's won trophies as well. He's won league titles in Italy and a World Cup.
What trophies has he won at Man United? This is why he's getting slandered.
Europa League.
The Europa League. So as Man United. Man United should not be in the Europa League. They should not be in the Europa League for starters, right? If they get there, fair enough, they won it.
Yeah, they should. That's where they belong, in it.
Well, whether they belong there or not, as a Man United fan, you're not paying to watch your club playing Europa League football. That shouldn't be an achievement. Like this season, when Flawless was saying, if we win it, we win it. But that ain't trying to be something that I'm celebrating.
But then you could argue as well, like, Pogba gets slated for his performances at United, even though you could argue it's not all down to him because he's under Ollie, he's a loser. But then De Bruyne doesn't
No,
perform.
hold up, you two, hold up. Let Stephen go on this. I want to hear a different voice on this. Go on, Stephen. Let him land.
I think with Pogba, to be fair, he gets slated a lot more, not just because of what he's doing on the pitch. And I think it's just like with Rashford, like he gets slated a lot more than maybe what or even Saka. Even I've seen with Saka, like he buys a house, for example, for himself, and then he gets criticised for not looking after his family. Yet if it was someone else, or I think it was maybe Foden or someone else, he wouldn't get criticism whatsoever. And I just, the media have this, I think, this real negative agenda against players like Rashford, Pogba, Saka, and I mean, I know why it is, and I think I know why it is, to be honest. And I think it's wrong.
They ain't got a complexion for the connection. We know it's all good, Steve. That's what it is.
But the thing is, how many times have we discussed this same conversation? I am not slandering Pogba. What I am saying is,
you forced to kind of slander him because of the guy below you. I get it.
Yeah, but then why is KDB not being criticised for his dead performances?
I don't actually have, because I actually rate Pogba. But the thing is, what I was saying to you is if.
My God, it depends.
That's so funny. And Xhaka has beaten Chelsea the last 4 times they played. Well, sorry, Kante. Is Xhaka better than Kante? I want to know, innit? Let me know.
Hey, Yan City, don't get twisted. Kante got spanned by Mbappe. You know what I'm saying? You know, the guy with the
you're a better team without De Bruyne.
It is. Well, all right, cool. We are going to close out the show, people. Love to everyone who has locked in.
Well, luckily for you, De Bruyne plays for City and he wins trophies, innit? He could play for Liverpool and win 2 trophies in every, 10 years, 15 years?
He could play with Liverpool and be champion of Europe, innit?
Yeah, he could.
To be fair, he could play for Arsenal and win fuck all.
Yeah, he could play. Yeah, he could play for Arsenal and win.
Jan, can I just ask you one more question? Yeah,
that's good.
No, you don't need to ask me a question. You don't need to ask me a question because the player that you're slandering is clear of any player in your season. So it is what it is, isn't it?
Virgil van Dijk. Thiago's on the level with
Virgil van Dijk plays in the same.
You can compare Thiago to KDB. KDB's not clear.
He could be playing for Arsenal and not be in Europe at all. That is mad funny.
When Thiago turns up in England, let me know, innit?
I'm paid to be honest.
Thiago has won literally 9 out of the last 11 league titles. And has won Liverpool,
yeah. It's what we're talking about.
So what? Not Liverpool, so what?
I'm not talking about what he won in
could be paid every day a week to be managed by
Otherwise, Danilo's one of the better players in
Never mind Pep or Klopp.
Except that Danilo barely played for you. He wasn't a regular. Thiago's a regular for Bayern Munich when he was there. Won pretty much every league title he was there for. Under your guy Pep, who you give so much credit for winning the Bundesliga so many times.
Oh my God!
I don't. We're talking about Premier League. You're bringing up what he won at Bayern Munich, one of the best teams.
What does it not matter? Does it not matter?
No, because when you're talking about De Bruyne, you don't give a shit about what he won at Wolfsburg. It's all what he does.
What did he win at Wolfsburg?
He won the same thing that Haaland just won and Jadon Sancho, which is the
Pokemon Cup.
Hey! Put some respect on the Pokal Cup.
Yeah, exactly. And he won it
against. Put some respect on it. You know what I'm saying?
It's not like he went up against.
Wait, the Pokal Cup is the second most prestigious domestic cup. Wait, hold on. The Pokal Cup is the second most prestigious domestic cup competition in European football. Behind the Coupe de France.
So I wouldn't even go there.
I'm still laughing at the comment from Steve.
You had a bit too much JD, bro, innit?
Nah, I was on your exciting vodka. It got me all excited. It got me giddy. That's what it is, isn't it?
Don't get too giddy.
I got too giddy. Yeah, I'm saying that. Man said he could be.
They get too giddy about Arteta. I'll bring them down to reality.
Man said he could be playing at Arsenal and with the fuck all, yo. That's
if you're saying he did piss all at Wolfsburg, then you really don't.
He won one little cup. Hey, Thiago won the league every year he was there for.
Watch him at Wolfsburg. You didn't watch how good he was. So There's no point in
And you
having
didn't watch how good
Hey.
Thiago was at Bayern Munich.
Hey, listen, let's put some. Hey,
Thiago
YouTube, one
wasn't
sec.
good at
Hold up. Yeah, she
Bayern
didn't say that.
Munich.
Hey,
He
hey,
was
we're
one
not
of
gonna
Bayern's best players. What
on
I'm
this
saying,
channel.
he hasn't turned up yet. Maybe he'll turn up next season. Let me see.
He will. He'll
That's
be
fair,
there,
sir.
innit? He'll be better. He'll
Maybe
be.
he might be on the
Yes,
bench.
but he
Innit?
ain't gonna be
Alright,
better
hold
than
up,
De
hey,
Bruyne.
you two, right, cool off, innit? Because we're not having this type of disrespect on there. Man said, yo, put some respect on the Coupe de France, all right? You know what I'm saying? And the Pokal Cup, innit? You know what I'm saying? And that, put some respect on them things
Boss
there.
needs to
You know
sober
what I'm
up.
saying? It is what it is. This your exciting vodka, innit? It got me all giddy.
Now,
That's what
Mohammed,
it
they
was,
don't
innit?
want to listen to facts, innit?
No, it's my
Yeah.
comment about Arsenal got giddy.
Yeah. It was Stephen, yo. Man
You know,
said,
we've
yo,
got so many words for KDB, honestly.
man said, yo,
Kevin
he
the
could be playing for
byline,
Arsenal
Kevin the
with
cross
fuck all.
merchant.
Well, you better hope that your team finish above him last season, which they
By all means, if you
hardly
want to get
did.
into
What?
our
You know
brand,
what?
we
If
have
if
him.
Kevin De Bruyne is injured for the whole season, you'll finish above us in it.
Oh, whether he's injured or not, we're still going to win the league. What difference does it make? We win it with
Let's
or
go.
without him.
Let's go, Yancy. You talk your
But we're
shit,
better
innit?
with him.
Go on,
Nah,
Yancy. I've never seen you
your,
this like.
she said your
No,
squad
okay,
gave your
okay,
club's a
okay.
scrub.
I'm tired of these no trophy merchants chatting shit about trophies. Don't
Bruh.
move all this season.
What do you mean
That's
no
a bit
trophy
harsh.
merchants? We
Nah,
have
God, you have no trophy merchants.
Wait,
Hey,
I
Yancy,
haven't said anything. I
What
haven't
did
said
you win
anything.
this season?
what go on? Me and Steven didn't say anything. We didn't deserve that. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with you?
Nah,
Why you
man.
got shoot at us, my
Shame.
darling?
Shame,
Shit.
innit, man?
Talk
The
to
only
you-
one
talk
who's
to
a
this
no
guy.
trophy merchant on this show is the one on the top left.
Yeah, that's what it is saying. No, she said no trophy merchant this season. You know what I mean? We in that together, mate.
Yeah, we actually are.
Yeah. And wait, did Arsenal not? Where we're all in this together? Let's
Oh, there
let's
was a
go.
community shield, didn't there?
Let's go.
Oh, shameless.
Celebrate not making Europe. Yeah.
Listen, you can't even win the community shield. You lost back-to-back community shields. Shame, innit?
What a penalty.
Hey,
We didn't even
hey.
lose the game. We drew him.
Can't even win a
Lewis,
friendly.
You can't even
Lewis,
win a Champions
Succup.
League final, so chill in it.
Now I'm
Lewis
tired of
Succup.
this City slander, man. City are
I'm
shit.
not like.
All the City's players are shit, but City win the league and
Yep.
then it's not our pet
I
shit.
just think Pep's
I know
system
what it
is
is.
very
Lambo.
influential for a lot of your
Yeah,
players.
okay, so let's talk about
I got
Pep's
it. I
system.
got it.
Because
I know what
people
it
keep
is.
saying
I know what it
everyone
is.
outside of Pep's system is shit. So please tell me why Man City have the most players left in the tournament in Europe.
Yeah,
If
answer
that's
that.
the case, outside of Pep, they're still
Outside.
performing on the
I'll
big.
just give some examples in it.
It is what it
Diaz
is.
has looked very fraudulent this tournament.
Okay, so Diaz is out along with most of your players. You've got Henderson who can
Yeah,
hardly
that's true.
get on the pitch,
Facts.
and you've got Thiago who definitely doesn't get on the pitch, and that's
Facts.
about it. So
There's a lot of Salah and Mane and Firmino are all not European.
Maybe it's Klopp's system that makes your players look good.
Robertson's
Yeah,
out.
Yeah, it is.
Hang
It
on,
is.
I got it where
It
it
is.
is. I got what it is. I got what it is. Right.
Go on, let Stephen go.
We've got this agenda against Man City because he realised he can't compete with Man United.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I
You know
ain't
what
got
I'm
an
saying?
agenda against Man. I was
He definitely
defending Man
has agenda.
City earlier on.
There we go. But Bambo here says flawless, bringing everyone down with him. Yeah, we
I
all
just
gonna
think
drown
Kane-
together. Yes,
I just think
we all gonna
Kane's
drown.
overrated.
We all drowning. You think I'm drowning by myself? I'm drowning
You
everyone.
think everyone's overrated, apart from I don't even know.
You know what? We need to let these two get it off the chest. Yes. If you two are about Wednesday, we having this out properly.
I'm about
because I'm tired
No,
of this debate.
I'm not doing a De Bruyne.
Actually, no, it's England game that night. So can we do it early that day? if we can?
Yeah, we'll do it early anyway. But yeah, but cool. Right, we are gonna close out the show, people. Stephen, I would ask you if you've enjoyed yourself, but you've been crying tears
Can I
at
just say
various points.
something?
I know
Can I
you're
just
good.
say
Of course you
something?
can, darling. Yes.
Come on,
People
yes.
are
darling. Come on,
talking
babe.
about a
Come on.
player,
Hey.
player that's played
Watch your mouth, man.
games. Maguire's not even played every single game. So if anything, it's Stones carrying the defense, not
That's
Maguire.
what-
The thing is,
Maguire's
the thing is with Maguire though, he did score the most exciting goal in European history. You know what I'm saying?
He has been good. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say
That Alisson scored the most
has been
dramatic
good.
goal in Premier League history.
Carrying a player that's played more games than him is a load of shit.
So
Nah,
Absolute
I won't
shit.
get my mates in trouble. I'm just saying, if we all here, we all gonna drown together. You know what I mean? My team is dead. I know this. Steven knows his team's dead. So we're gonna banter each other, but we know what it is. I know my team ain't
Point
winning
in
there.
having a gender FC when everyone's just got agendas.
It's
There's
flawless.
I ain't got agendas.
No, that's the point of the show is to get it out and clear the air.
I do
No,
not. What
that's the whole
agendas
point.
do I have?
You definitely have some agendas,
You've got
100%.
pure
Like
agenda.
what?
Yeah. Your Sterling agenda is wild.
I've not got a Sterling agenda.
Yeah, you do. You tried to tell
An
us that
agenda
Kane
for
is
every
yours.
single fucking City player. There's no City player that you actually even rate.
What the hell? I've done it to 3 City players. De
Every
Bruyne,
City
Ferran
player.
Torres,
What
and
City player-
Diaz.
What City player have you ever given credit to?
Gundogan, Fernandinho, Aguero, Mahrez.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
He has to give credit to them.
Edison.
Yeah.
Yeah,
does give credit to
Edison.
them.
Are you sure? I don't think so.
Okay, fine. He
The
doesn't
others-
score
the
goals.
others.
He doesn't score
The
goals like
others
my
though.
goalkeeper,
No.
innit?
Off it,
But, like,
onto his point though, the others he does. I see him
João
big on
Cancelo.
Mahrez all the
Mahrez,
time.
I'll
João
give him.
Cancelo.
Mahrez, I'll give him.
Mahrez, Cancelo, all the players he mentioned.
João
I've heard him big on.
Cancelo, I give so
Yeah.
much credit to.
He does too. Yeah, me give Ryan. He does give credit. Yeah.
He's trying to put
100%.
dirt on my name, innit?
Yeah, you throw enough of that.
She seems to have a common theme with your agendas. And
Yeah,
they
I see.
have
I love you, innit?
side
But
blue and
please
a
don't
bit
put dirt on my name,
team in
innit?
the league, innit?
Hey, I thought I told you to watch your mouth, fam. You know
I
what I'm saying?
am watching my
Let's tell you
mouth.
again.
He's my favorite female.
I just like
YouTuber.
saying that line, it's fire, I just like
It's good,
saying
innit?
it. Watch your mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Watch
It's hella
your mouth.
dramatic.
It's good.
I was clowning around people. For anyone say yes, we just clowning around. Let me just reiterate that in it. Yes, heated people, but we're all people's here in it. Yancy and Ryan really
I
love
can't wait
each
till
other. innit?
Haaland joins the
people.
Premier League. I don't even care if it's for Chelsea at this point. I just want to see what happens when he scores his third against Liverpool at Anfield.
It's not gonna happen. Yo, Flaws, what were you saying there, bro? Yancy interrupted you, innit?
About how you two you're such a prick. How you two really like each other. They're actually brethren people. innit?
No, we're
Like,
not.
Well, brethren actually said nah. Said nah. Someone's asking. Nippin's asking about Copa America stream. No, Copa America will be back. I'll tell you now. Let me just pull up.
When
Go
is
to the
it?
upcoming live stream section. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm literally gonna run through the lives for up until Thursday, people. So, so yes, tomorrow, obviously 10:30. So 10:30 p.m. UK time, you will get Phoenix Suns versus the Bucks. Game 1. No. Phoenix Suns versus Milwaukee Bucks. That's the preview. So that's a new show, new addition to the channel, new show added to the roster. Courtside commentary, people. Courtside commentary with
I
myself
love that
and
name.
all of the other panelists. You get what I'm saying? So me, Harris, Peter, Timo, Winter Surfer, Devontae, you'll see us all on there. So we'll be discussing the Suns versus the Bucks, giving you a preview on that. Then tomorrow night is Copa America semi-final, Brazil versus Peru. So that is tomorrow, and that will start at, let me double check the time here. It will start at 10 to 12. So just before midnight.
Aston Villa from scoring 7,
10,
innit?
facts. 10 minutes before kickoff, people. And Lewis here, so smash the like and subscribe.
When
to get
Diaz can see
everyone-
date, you can come at me, innit? When
Yeah,
he's
that's 4K. We're at 3K already, but yes, we're at 4K. And don't forget to acknowledge. Yeah, he said something about some champ of somewhere. But yeah, tomorrow, people, 10:30. Courtside
He said the
commentary.
champions of Europe.
And then did what?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Sorry,
Are you there?
I'm not even in Europe.
Yeah,
I'm not
10:30
even
courtside
European.
commentary, and then 10 minutes before kickoff, Brazil versus Peru semi-final of the Copa America. I hope you lot have enjoyed this show. Shit's been action-packed.
Let me speak with
Go on.
Gabriel Jesus' red card the other day.
Okay, go and speak on it.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that's what's going to happen to you next time I see you.
Yeah, we gonna rush you, fam.
What's
I'm
going
with
to
this.
happen to you the next time I see you? You're
Keep
right.
trying
Man.
it, innit?
You wouldn't dare in it. You wouldn't dare in it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't
I ain't
dare.
gonna lie, my money's kind
You
of
would
on.
not-
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie.
You would not
You know what I'm saying?
dare to do that still.
I would do that still.
You wouldn't. You love me too
Promise.
much, really.
I do not love you.
You love me too much still.
No.
You do.
I told you, don't slander my boy, innit?
Who?
Necessarily.
The cross merchant. All right, yeah.
Yeah, it was a Seamus bro kick. It was.
No,
like,
I think he
yeah,
should be
it
banned
was.
for more than 3 matches. You know?
No, because it's actually 3 matches is right. Yeah, I mean, straight
Nah,
red,
that
3
was like
matches.
violent conduct, bro. That could have killed
No,
the
because he
guy.
didn't mean it. Did you think Mane's one on Edison was like that?
Mine
Nah,
is
that was different
split
still.
his face open.
How's it different?
I think Gabriel Jesus has had a bit more kind of like.
He was
No,
just trying to do what
Yeah,
Mane did.
yeah.
See what I'm saying about agendas? They did the exact same
Yeah,
thing. They
yeah.
both trying to bring the ball down.
Mane's was purely accidental though.
His was accidental. He didn't go. He went trying to kick him in the chin.
Jesus' thing was like Nigel de Jong in the World Cup final.
It
though.
wasn't like Nigel de Jong. He trying to control the ball. You could see the ball coming down. De Jong was
His
nowhere
ball-
near Xabi Alonso. You know what I'm saying?
It's cool.
See what I mean?
I never harm my
Agenda
beautiful.
over
That's an
darling.
awful agenda in that. That is an awful agenda. That
I
one
never
right there.
harm my beautiful darling. Still.
No, you just got agendas from our players, innit? But it's cool. I'd be mad too if I was trying to win the league and this team kept finishing above me. I get it. I do get it.
We literally finished above you last
I think
season.
Gabriel Jesus
Yeah.
got an idea of what
First
counts with
time.
Cantona would
I think
do.
Gabriel Jesus is one of the worst footballers I've ever seen in my life. But yeah,
Yeah, but
But
you
yeah.
watch Firmino every week, so it's not like
Firmino clear
great.
of Gabriel. Even Jupe said Firmino's better than Jesus.
Yeah,
we're
better
arguing
and
over
clear. There's a difference between better and clear.
He is clear. He is clear.
Well, yo, large up everyone who's been watching on the Twitch. Make sure you follow and subscribe to us on there. Make sure you follow S Wheatley TV. Also, you catch him here probably at the end of this month because he's a member on one of the members shows. Love to everyone who supported. Make sure you follow Yan City and myself across all platforms. Follow Sarcasm City TV across all platforms as well. And yo, just continue to support the channel in the manner in which you lot have done. The comments you lot always add to the show and give me jokes. I'm feeling better about being cooked on Sarcasm City in the show before this.
Just be me that's been
better now.
Show, to be fair.
Oh yeah, but you deserve it though because you put yourself on the grill. But we move. You dev with some of the shit you say. Just the Mane Edison, the Mane Jesus thing is the exact same thing.
Well, see, even your mic broke up at that time. Even your laptop didn't like that.
It's the exact same thing. It's the exact same thing.
Cool, innit?
Well, it is what it is. But yeah, love to everyone who's locked in the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. We'll be back on Wednesday. And then I'm thinking the Sunday after, we'll probably do the 3K live stream party. But I'm going to talk to Yancy and Ryan and try and sort it out. And we will be doing watch-alongs for both the Copa America semi-finals and the Euro 2020 semi-finals as well. And the final for each of those also, people. But love to everyone who's locked in. This has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A on Sarcasm City TV.